fucking live on twitch.tv/CookOfTheWild.
Cool.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, I can give like a little spiel, and then we can just like introduce everybody's characters one at a time. Does that work? And a little bit about themselves?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So, this is Terranthrial, a world full of a lot of different stuff: magic, business, inventors, clans, companies. It's full of all kinds of crazy stuff. But Terranthrial is the name of the entire world. There is plenty of like land masses and regions in it. We are currently on the continent of Savoy in the region of Branicore. Now, the way this campaign starts, after making long journeys, some of us shorter than others, from their homes in Savoy, our adventurers find themselves just outside the land of Branicore, at the entry gates in Mountain's Guts tunnels. Coming here for their own reasons, whether it be enlightenment, business, or just a change of scenery, each member stands in line to pay the fee to pass through the Mountain Guts tunnel. First up, a rather pale-looking elf approaches in nice business attire, looking rather dapper. Approaches to pay his toll into Branicore. And go ahead.
That's your cue, Cole.
Yeah.
The name is Rango Capolelo, and I'm here with Golden Circle to set up our next headquarters here in Branicore.
All right.
That fucking robot laughing at me? What's going on?
Is he Australian?
Where's Australia? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Speaking of a robot, a large mass that is just like almost too wide to fit in these tunnels. He's massive. But
some say I made these tunnels.
Some say made these tunnels. A warforged barbarian, lofting a great hammer, approaches the guards to pay his toll. He doesn't understand currency probably, or like pay the toll, so they just kind of let him through.
Yeah, I think my looks are enough to just let me through for sure. My name's Gengu. I'm like I said, Warforged Barbarian. I am currently running from my own mind, pretty much, because I'm slowly going insane as to what existence really is. But yeah, I was running away from home and met up with these fools, so that's where we're starting.
All right. And following Gengu is a skelly individual looking rather serene with the world. This dragonborn has come here looking to map out the world in its different areas, and he has found himself here in Branicore.
Yep, I am Ojutai, the dragonborn monk, coming out to expand his horizons, see the world, and try to map the continent.
All right.
Hog.
But not least, a small dwarf who hails from a temple and is always looking to put a friendly foot forward. Approaches and pays his toll.
Oi, my name's Sersha. Here just letting the winds take me, you know? Trying to get closer with my gods.
Alright. And so the four enter Branicore. One by one they pass through the gates. There's small patrols that look up and down as each one passes through, eyeing everybody up, making sure there's no shady business going on. As they make their way out, they've been in these tunnels for weeks. This mountain range is vast, and the tunnels are very lengthy to get from one side or the other to this mountain range. As they come out, they're blinded briefly by the sun, as they've been in the dark tunnels this entire time. But upon their eyes adjusting to the light, they see below them a bowl-shaped area with mountains to the right and left and behind and above them. With below vast forests, some plains, even smaller mountains and hills. You can see cities off in the distance. And at the far edge is a vast coastline with ships coming in and out of a port, which is known as Port Branicore. Branicore is the business hub of Savoy. There is no one single government party. It's the Wild West here. All the businesses, companies, factions, they secure their own interests. And the cities protect themselves by investing in their own guards. So it's the Wild West. People come here to make themselves whatever they're going to be. This is where people can start anew. As they venture down this path, they're not alone. There's other travelers that are going down this path. A lot of people have entered in. Usually it's like a couple caravans come through a day, and then they're kind of like held back, just because it's such a long process to get people to go through, and a lot of people coming in and out, and they just want to keep things organized. So this caravan consists of probably about 10 to 12 people here. As they're walking down this path, you get about halfway down, and there's a little outcropping where people have stopped to take a rest and get a bite to eat. And on this path, there's an old man. And actually, let me go ahead and we'll do this. On this path, there's an old man in his cart. And upon further inspection, you can see that it's full of some greenery. Looks like cabbages. And he's sitting there, and the caravan passes him by without second thought, and they make their way further down the path. But as you four come across, he says, "Help me. I'm just a feeble old man, and the people I paid to escort me up the hill, they won't come with me back down because I don't have any money on me, and I can't pay them right now. But as soon as we get back to my home, I swear we can discuss payment. I'll pay plenty. I just need some protection. It's a dangerous world out there in Branicore. I don't want to get stopped, and God knows what I would do if I lost these precious cabbages. They're all I have." So he's basically asking anybody passing by for help at the moment.
Laughing at. Oh, so you're heading down the hill?
Yes, I travel around Branicore selling cabbages, and usually the guard here of Mountain's Gut, they rather enjoy my cabbages, but apparently some other salesman came through with a bountiful harvest of maize, so they don't want my cabbages, and I don't understand. They always bought my cabbages. It makes no sense. But alas, I still have to make the sales, so I guess I'll go to River March or somewhere else. But anyways, I did have an escort coming up the mountain, but they've left because I planned on making money when I got here, but I don't carry money because it's just, you can get mugged out here, and I don't want to lose all my funds, but I do have money back at my home, my hamlet, if you would be so kind as to help me get back there, at least. Just make sure no
insight?
big baddies. Yeah, go ahead.
$22.
All right. So this guy is like, he's telling the truth as far as like what he does, and you can tell that. But you look him up and down, and you kind of look at his worn down wagon or cart, and the mule. It's not even a horse. It's like a mule. It's like a donkey. And in his garments, he doesn't look very wealthy. So whatever payment he's going to offer probably isn't going to be very much, especially since the fact he has not even sold a single cabbage in his journey up this mountain.
All right, I kind of look back at the guys. Gang.
I'm just staring at the sky, not paying attention to the entire thing.
Old man needs help. Doesn't look like he can give us much, you think?
But do you feel inclined to help him?
I don't know.
What
Maybe
does
he
your
can, maybe he
heart
can give
tell you
us
to do?
something else of value. Information.
Yeah, old man, listen. I see your wagon. I see your mule. Obviously, you're not making much money. What can you offer besides cash? Cash.
I mean, I will always. I'm a
Hey,
man of my word. I will pay gold. I do have some gold. What kind? I don't know what information you're after. I can offer lodging. I did have a son, but he's since moved out and he's become part of the watch at the wall. So I don't have much cash, but I will pay cash. And if you need some lodging for your journey on your way to Rivermarch, perhaps, or even the port, I can offer some lodging.
Where is it you live?
Oh, it's just down the mountain a ways, a little bit on the way to Rivermarch Bridge. It's a small agricultural village. We have lots of cabbages there, plenty of cabbages to eat. It's very nice, quiet, quaint. Occasionally we'll have the rough, rowdy bandits to come by, but usually we're left alone. Sometimes guards come over from Rivermarch to make sure we're doing okay, but we do okay. It's
can
a
I
quaint.
can I somehow inspect his cabbages? I've kind of been around the farmland quite a bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Inspect them.
All right.
So you're like walking over to these cabbages and like.
Yeah, I'm like picking one up, holding it. I assume they're like iceberg shaped, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
like a miniature volleyball sort of
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
All right, so
So
I
like,
picked one up and
as
I
you
turned
walk
it around.
over, you see him start to just kind of back away. Like, yeah, he's backing off a little bit.
Every step I take is just
Yeah, and he's just
Oh.
every step you take, he takes back.
You can move your guy, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's got control
okay.
over their
Hold
character
on.
to move.
Yeah, so I'm walking up to this cart, and I pick up a cabbage, and do I notice anything?
It's fine crop, yes.
Yeah, is it standard or is it high end cabbage? Is it worth our while?
It's like cabbage, man. This he
It's
tends his
cabbage,
crops.
man.
All
It's
right,
You didn't
it's
get
not,
down to the details of whether or not the cabbage is.
all right.
Come on, man.
Upon
It's not spoiled. It's not spoiled.
All right, all right, all right. Upon inspecting the cabbage, I put it back in his wagon, and then I just keep walking with the rest of the group that's in front of us.
Oh, I could use a big fellow like yourself.
Listen, buddy. He's moving. We're moving with him. We're all going downhill. You can tag along if you'd like.
All right, I suppose. And so, also, I would like to point out at this point, this group during this conversation is kind of they're like well down this way. So it's pretty much just you five
Yeah.
and the horse at this point. Oh,
I have
didn't
no
get the
interest
horse.
in money, nor your cabbage. See ya.
Gingu, do you not know about money? Come on now. Money's good. Money's great.
I have some.
What is this money we talk about?
It's you buy stuff. You know you like people buy my cabbages or a place to stay for the night. Maybe some fish down at the market, food.
Gingu,
Place
me-
to stay.
look me in the
But-
eyes.
Orlo told me I had everything I needed right here.
There's
Who?
so much more.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Or Loom? Who is?
Oh, I guess just an old friend. Let's keep going.
Oh, okay. So down the hill then, the mountain.
Yeah, if you
Alright.
can keep up, come on.
All right. So you guys are making your way. So the group is headed down the mountain. There's kind of guards. I don't know if you saw them. They kind of blend in. I guess I should have made some markers, but they're just kind of posted up in different areas.
It's a good thing we didn't ravage that guy. Kill
Yeah.
him. Take his stuff. Those things were camouflage.
Yeah. So you're making your way, and then we'll skip ahead a little bit. There's nothing really happens. Everybody's making their way further down this mountainside. So we'll get to here, and you see these guards kind of standing in front of a cave, and then you guys kind of get close to the edge here, this little bend around the mountain next, further down to the mountain, and they're sitting in front of this cave, and one of them just goes, "Oh, don't come any closer, especially that mule. Keep that thing back. Don't want to get near this cave now. There's a wild bear in there. Dragged off a couple of other caravanners, and they never come back." And then the other guard, these are dwarfs, by the way. There's another guard. That one's a little bit thicker, muscly. Looks like he's been around. And you have this like fresh face, like he barely has his dwarf beard growing, and he's really young. And he's over here, and he's like, "Right, listen, he got Timmy. Do you remember Timmy? He's in there with the bear." "Well, that's right. Timmy was a hard ass, and he's not come out yet. Bear dragged him back in there. I'm not going in there. I've seen a lot of shit in my days." "You're damn right. There's no way we're going in there. Just stay back for your own good. I tell you what, if you think you can get in there and kill it, I'll give you 20 gold, whoever goes in there and gets that bear's head for little Timmy. I can't bear the thought of telling his wife he didn't make it home after a god shift on the mountain of all places."
I believe this.
How long ago did the bear take Timmy into the cave?
He was sitting over there. A lot of people usually rest on the edge of the cave. I guess a bear in the last couple of days made it its home, and it just grabbed Timmy right in. It's kind of dark. It's hard to see.
Hey, Rango, you said gold was good.
Gold is good. Gold is good.
Is 20 good?
You're damn right it's good. It's more than I make in a week.
Hey, I'm asking Rango. Is 20 good?
Pretty good deal, I think.
20 for this job seems about right. See,
All right,
you gotta measure out time versus value.
Say no more. I hold out my hand and I start walking toward the cave, thudding my way to the entrance.
Are we still gonna take my cabbages back? Is this
I dismiss him completely.
Listen, buddy, I said we were going down the hill and you can tag along. We're taking a pit stop.
Alright, I'll just hang out here.
Alright, you be safe now. If a bear comes out, ditch the cabbages.
Feed him some cabbage. He loves cabbage.
So here's the cave. So we'll go ahead and we'll get over there. And let me make sure I give everybody control.
So,
People.
out of character, Gingu, you don't have dark sight.
I do not believe so.
Guess who? Last night, late night, figured out.
Oh
dynamic
shit!
lighting. I got dynamic.
Okay,
lighting
so
down.
what this means, boys, is don't quickly move your shit forward in case he's trying to set up it.
Yeah.
It'll unlock the blackness.
Yeah, because
after we go.
exactly. See,
I got you. Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna get here, right there. I'm leading the group in front.
All right.
While he's leading forward, I'm gonna just take a torch out real quick and light it so I can actually see.
what are you wielding, Lucas?
I have a warhammer.
All right, so I'm gonna grab you on the shoulder, then I'm gonna say, "Yeah, take this," and I'm gonna slap a coin in your other hand, and it's gonna have light on it, a light candle.
And I think I gotta go in and give everybody kind of like night vision, right? I think we'll do that. That works. We'll
Do I
see,
eat? Do I eat this?
No, look at it. You see how it's shimmering, glowing?
What
Yeah.
is the?
It's gonna help you in this
Take a
cave.
bite out of it.
Okay.
What's the distance of the spell?
No eat. Huh? The spell distance of that light?
Yeah. How like Yeah.
It
30 feet, I think.
yeah, like 30 feet.
30? All right. So say 30, and then you lit a torch.
Yeah.
So you also have. We'll say 30 as well. It's not-
I have dark vision.
Yep. So we're good. All is well. All right. Well, get on with it then if you want to go. It's a big bear.
You got that 20 gold on you, Chief?
I'm a man of my word. I never lie about some 20 gold.
Insight check. Can I, if I want to do an insight check, am I free to just do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tell me you're gonna do it and go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
He's just kind of sitting there patient.
22.
22. Yeah, this guy's probably got the gold on him.
Hog.
He's on duty.
All right,
Usually
boys.
their shifts last like a week.
Go then.
All right, so
You leading this charge, Gengu?
yeah, at this moment, I'm just gonna get to the entrance, hugging the wall right here, and I'm like, I've got one arm on the wall, the other arm on my axe, which I also have the coin in the same hand as the axe, and I'm just kind of sneaking around the corner, trying to peek my eyes, because I've read about bears. They're pretty scary things, so
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of a little weary about this cave, so I'm slowly creeping around.
All right, and so you can see here, here's like one caravaner that's just straight up dead, mauled to death. Looks like he got nibbled on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the vision
Here's
is
the
per
guard.
person.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can just barely see.
You can hold Alt to like move outside of the like action.
Yeah. If you hold Alt and move, you don't have to stay on like the grid.
Gotcha.
I learned that the other day. It was quite handy in building some stuff. All right, so at this point, you can see a guard, who you can assume was Timmy at some point. Timmy, the mountain gut guard. And then here's another small caravaner. And then above him, nibbling on him, is the bear. Just kind of taking little nibbles, not paying you any mind. It probably doesn't even realize you see it. Like it doesn't know you're at the entrance of the cave at the moment.
So I'm gonna be at the entrance of this cave. I probably take up 70% of this entrance. I'm pretty pretty thick.
Yeah.
And I see these dead people, and I immediately have PTSD to the moment where I saw the dead robots in that greenhouse, and I freeze in place and don't know what to do.
Gengu? You good, Chief? Gengu.
Yes. Sorry.
Goodness me, he's become an immovable object.
Do we go in?
You see that bear?
I don't know what a bear is,
You
but
see that big brown thing?
He seems to
Yes.
be doing big
That-
bites on our friend there.
If we kill that, we get 20 gold.
F say no more.
And you hear from this guard up here.
Fuck.
You're right, you get 20 gold. I'll give it to you for sure. Oh,
Alright.
straight in.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
with every word out of this guy's mouth, I trust him less and less.
All right, so you're straight up in the face. So this bear is just kind of chilling, nibbling, but you close it down, and it's ready to fight at this point.
I'm not much of a sneaker. You know,
Yeah.
I'm pounding in there like an elephant.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and roll initiative then, because this thing's ready. It's down. It's
At
down
this
to-
point, my mind doesn't know whether death is good, death is bad, money's good, money's bad. I'm just kind of along for the ride, testing all these different theories.
Alright.
Roll for initiative.
Drew's dog's like, there's a fucking bear?
A bear in here!
Morning.
Go get the fucking bear.
Get him, Diamond.
Beat, what was your? Or sorry, Gengu, what was your initiative? Did you?
5.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Holy
All right.
I
Also,
had a
I'll need
20.
everybody's XP. And honestly, do I have paper? I'm gonna write everybody's.
It takes a minute to raise this hammer, boys.
I like, yeah, you're
Slowly
the
but
one. You're the one
surely.
that's like in his fucking face with the
I
fucking
get there, I'm
5
like,
initiative.
Your
Hold
your
on.
arms are just slowly.
Hold on, watch this. Watch this.
Yeah, you get up there and you're like, what now?
I haven't
what
done
is
this in about
everybody's-
2 weeks.
What's everybody's HP? So I'm just gonna go and write it down. That
I've
way I
got
don't have
9.
to ask her. So
I also
9
have
for
9.
Rango.
11 for Saoirse.
All right, and then Gengu.
15.
15 HP.
Yeah.
All right.
Beefy
Heck
boy.
yeah.
That's our barbarian. Yes.
Let's go.
Level
Alright.
D12. Be fine.
9 for Rango.
Little squishy warlock.
Hell yeah.
Well, wait. How much health do you have, Ojutai?
Also 9.
Oh,
Okay.
and our squishy monk.
And then it was 15.
Yeah, I kind of planned on being the wrecking ball in this party.
All
Since
right.
we're all pretty squishy.
So Ojutai, you're up first, bud. You got a 20 in initiative, so you're first strike of the campaign here.
Nobody, other than our group of 4 in this cave, nobody else is alive, right? It's just us and the bear.
Yeah, all the people there have been like nibbled on. They're dead. And then the
Nibbled
guards are
on.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a picky eater.
Gonna just run over pretty much straight up, and I'm just gonna throw one of my darts at it because I can't quite get to it.
All right. Roll the hit.
20 to hit.
That hit. That definitely hits.
I'd say it probably is. Wait, that
Uh,
bear's got chainmail on.
All right.
4 damage.
4 damage. So you throw this dart, and this bear is like, it gets up from eating. Gangu is like stomping in front of you, and you just kind of peek out real quick, real monk-like, sneak over and just throw this dart out from behind Gangu, and it pierces this bear like right in its like front paw. It's feeling a little hurt. It's not too bad. It's still ready to kill and eat and nibble some more. It's not done nibbling yet, but it's hurt.
Run up there. I'm just gonna yell at it, "Hey, over here!" and throw the dart. Try to get its attention a little bit.
All right, yeah, its attention's fully focused on you at this point. You're the only thing that's attacked it and run up and yelled at it. All right, Rango. If that's the end of your turn, then Rango, you're next.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Guess what? We're fucking.
Oh,
Oh fuck! I got a 9 to hit.
Yeah. So you go up to the Elder Jabastis thing, and it like goes flying past like the bear and hits the back of the cave. And it makes a real cool explosion, and it looks cool, but you missed completely.
You rusty, Rango?
Not nearly
Alright.
as rusty as you, Gingu.
Well now
ah.
now it's the bear's turn, and
Shit.
Bear's a little upset at Ojutai because it just threw a dart and it ran at him and yelled at him. So it's gonna go after Ojutai here. So it's gonna come at it with his mouth. He's gonna try to bite. All right, I'm rolling to self. There's a 20 hit.
20 hits.
Oh my god. Ojutai's about to get one shot by the damn bear.
It wasn't a nat
Oh,
20,
no.
right?
No. All right,
Imagine
it comes up to you. It comes up to you and bites you, and it does 6
Hey,
damage.
Holy sh! I thought them scales were supposed to be more useful there, Ojutai.
I don't
Yeah.
have armor.
Yeah, some of his scales have just immediately been replaced by blood. So Ojutai's a little hurt.
Holy shit.
A little, yeah. He just took 2/3.
And
Six
so
have been made.
it's actually got a multi attack, so it's gonna try to go at you with its claws here.
Oh my heavens.
16
That's
hit.
on session 1.
16 hits.
Oh man.
Oh, why?
Better get the old cantrip out on my turn, I think.
I'll take a nice cure wounds here in a second.
I don't think Cure Wound's gonna do it, brother. I think I'm gonna have to stabilize your unconscious ass.
Cure wounds will do that.
It
Oh, that's true, yeah.
it does 7 damage.
Ah, you did.
Unconscious.
So Ojutai's unconscious.
Oh shit.
Wow, dude, that's the first encounter. All right.
Cool.
So how did this happen?
Yeah. So this is what happened. Gangu comes in. Ojutai throws a dart, yells. The bear turns to this thing, and then Rango pops out, fires Eldritch Blast. It completely misses, and nobody like takes notice of this thing because this bear immediately charges Ojutai, bites him, and as it bites him, it like grabs him in his mouth and just kind of claws down his back and then like spits him out and like throws him, and he hits off a wall and bangs down. He's unconscious, laying on the ground right now. And so
Where is
next
he?
up, he is. So I'll go ahead and he's like hit this wall back here, and he's just laying down. Like he got thrown real far. This bear
Oh.
messed up bad.
And the
the
bear
bear-
walked up.
Yeah, it's the bear.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, so the bear's like right here now.
All right.
Like
Okay.
it literally like grabbed you.
Oh, so it tossed.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it messed you up pretty good. So Gangu sees all this, and it's now Gangu's turn.
I think I have now realized that this world has no mercy. As a bonus action, I initiate rage from seeing this bear tear apart my friend.
What does rage look like on Ingu?
So my rusty color begins to turn kind of molten orange.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. You see a couple rust flakes come off, but you can still tell if I had cooler armor, it would look a lot cooler.
Okay.
But
I
I'm just a
gold
slightly
red.
rusted piece of metal. Yeah. Being slightly orange. So I am in rage form, and what I'm gonna do is essentially just I'm just gonna say I'm all for carnage now. Like I'm stepping on this dead body that's in front of me
Yeah,
and using it, and underneath my feet I assume it just crumbles.
Yeah,
And
this
that
thing's-
might be Timmy, but I don't give a damn at this moment.
it was 100% Timmy. Timmy.
All right, well Timmy's
Close
dead.
casket now.
It's close.
Dude,
Let's get
And
down.
I'm taking my warhammer and smacking down on this bear as hard as possible.
Yeah, raged out.
Hell yeah. Alright, I am rolling. I'm gonna have to restart my browser because this is doing the thing again. And I'm pretty sure this hits. Yeah, 23 to hit.
Oh, that 100% hits.
Yeah. Let me...
Was so close. So
Okay,
close.
for damage... We're gonna hit for 9 damage, I believe.
9 damage. Okay. So like, yeah, you come down with your hammer, and you like bonk this thing really hard on its head, and you see its like skull like cave in a little bit, and it's like really messed up. This thing's fucked up bad. You've
Okay.
totally like, yeah, and
Is
it's
he
like
bleeding?
yeah, it's bleeding bad. It's like
Okay.
skull's dented in. It's really messed up. Even if
Hell
it lives
yeah.
past this fight at this point somehow, he's gonna like he's maimed for life. Like he's messed up bad.
That's
Is
what
that
he deserves.
is that the end of your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, Saoirse, we're down to you. You've seen your friend go down.
Yeah.
Gangu's messed him up. But the bear.
Yeah. So I'm seeing that this bear just like took like a life altering beating here, right? He's like
yeah.
Hell
maimed
yeah,
to shit.
B-Rad.
All right, I'm gonna assume he's pretty close, and I'm
We're
just gonna
fighting
put the
a
poor thing
fucking
out of his
bear.
misery here.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'll move
Up
up.
your dead friend laying on the ground.
We'll get to him.
Priorities.
You know,
priorities.
he's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So I'll just get up here, and then I'll actually let's see.
How did somebody go down in the first encounter? I don't understand.
The first
This
round.
encounter 2 hits.
It's a
I'll
bear.
just I'll
One,
cast
two.
Sacred Flame.
Okay, cast it. Flame him
So
up.
I wear an amulet in the middle of my chest, and so I clutch it like it's my holy symbol, and it begins to glow a
Apparently
little
in
bit.
this bear
And I
beats
take my warhammer in the
Dragonborn.
other hand, and just kind of aim it towards it, but come up and come down, and it kind of like seems to like kind of stop, like you know, near my chest or whatever, and hit kind of like a and it kind of sparks out in both ways, but it kind of like hits like an invisible surface there, and then Sacred Flame casts out, and I think it's just a dex save.
All right, and so we'll roll it. What's he have to beat?
13. It's a DC
13.
13, yeah.
And what does he take half if he beats it?
Yes.
Okay. This bear somehow manages to beat this.
Okay.
So it kind of jumps back out of the way, but it still takes some damage. How much? What's
Nice.
half of the damage?
It would be 3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This bear, now maimed beyond belief, backs off in its fur, catches a light, and it is well and truly on its last and final legs. It knows it's dead in this fight, but it's still got a little bit of life left in it. So next we get to Ojutai.
Roll.
And I think we got a
It's
death
Gonna
save.
be
Definitely a death save.
Ooh, just barely a success.
A what?
I got a
Pass?
10.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
I'm just praying that there's not a 1. 'Cause that would be the worst.
That's only two fails.
Yeah, but it's still risky. All right, Ojutai makes his first save. Rango, you're up now. This bear is like dead, basically.
All
It's a
right,
dead
I'm-
Get
bear.
him again, Rango.
I'm gonna go.
He's
like,
wounded for.
I'm gonna go stand in front of Ojutai's body here at the very least, and then I'm going to fucking blast.
All right, blast him.
Does 10 hit?
Oh my god.
No.
All right, yeah. I fucking
Oh, dear
flick.
God.
I flick the coin up into the air, and it fucking dissipates and turns into a blast, and it just blasts into the fucking ceiling out to the right, like over here somewhere.
God damn it,
no,
Django.
It doesn't hit. All right, it's the bear's turn. On probably, hopefully, praise God, its last turn. And Gangu is the thing that really messed him up, so it's turning towards him, and it's going in hardcore. It's gonna try to bite. Does a 14 hit?
I'm my armor class is 14.
It's
I go player's advantage.
Okay.
Is what I do. So
So
I
yeah, I'm
say-
sitting here
yeah.
walled up.
Yeah, so it goes to bite, and because you're metal, it cracks its tooth on your armor.
Hell
It's,
yeah.
it messes it up. So it's gonna come at you with claws now.
Okay.
I'm 21. I'm assuming hits.
Absolutely.
All right. It's gonna roll damage here. 7,
Okay.
and it scratches you up pretty
holy fuck.
good. It's a normal bear.
It's a normal bear.
Okay.
You hear from outside the cave. Must be the battle of the ages in there.
A fucking busy kind.
All right, so now Gangu, it's your turn. This thing is just bit at you, broke its tooth off on you, and scratched you up. But it's still like dead, basically. That was its last attack, or should be.
Okay. Awesome. What is your dude's name, Cole?
Rango.
All right. So I hear Rango shit talking this guy, and I immediately like am in this learning mode. I'm like, okay, this is the way to do it. So I turn around. I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. And immediately turn around and just I take the butt of my warhammer and just bash this thing in the head.
All right, go for it. Roll,
All right.
roll the hit.
All right, 12.
That hits.
Okay. And then 10 for damage.
Oh, you yeah. Explain
I'm-
how much you.
Yeah, so I take the butt of this warhammer and literally just as I'm telling these dudes to shut the fuck up, just pierce this thing through the skull, and then it just falls over.
Yeah, dead.
And then I
Roll
look at the
your
guys and I'm like, I lift my foot and I'm like, is this Timmy?
And you see this guard pokes in.
I try, and like in that moment, the second he says that, I kind of like try to like shoo him off, like away, like gesture to get him to move away
Those
from the
guards
body.
Come in. Those guards come in.
Yeah, I
And
walk
then-
up. Oh, Serge walks up. No. That's okay. I don't think you all need to come in here just yet.
The beefy guard
I come
kind
over.
of he's like yeah, that's Timmy for sure. I know Timmy if I seen him. And the little one's kind of like, oh my god.
And then I'm like, the bear got him good.
At
Yeah,
least
that's
the
right.
Bear's dead.
So
Yeah.
yeah, at this point I'm not stepping on him anymore. I'm stepped to the side of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Alright,
yeah,
I'm
the
gonna-
bear got him good.
I'm gonna make my way over to Ojutai
I was
while
about to
they're
say, do I
dealing
need
with
to start rolling another death save?
and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
All right.
Hey, quick question out of
Oh my
character.
God.
Yes.
Isn't there some sort of like medicine check you can do to revive somebody or like get somebody up?
I
Or am I
think
just
so.
making that
Like
up?
out of combat, I think there's a way to do that. If
Yeah,
you
right.
don't have
out of
any other
combat,
way.
you can just roll a medicine check.
So like
Yeah.
theoretically, if the cleric is dead and we have no other thing, I think there's some sort of medicine check to break.
Yeah, it'll be like a higher level, or like even if you like, it'll be a higher level to get him up to 1, like probably like a nat 20.
Sure.
But if it's like, we'll say, usually I'll say like 15 or above, then it like stabilizes them at least. And anything above 10, it gives them a safe success.
Gotcha. Awesome.
And then anything below that, it doesn't do anything. And if you roll 1, then you fucked them up. It's a
You gave him
fail.
poison.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I rolled the minimum for cure wounds, so there's your 4 health, Ojutai.
As soon as he cure wounds me, I just pop up. Oh God! Ah!
You
I
really
believe,
went after it, huh?
I believe this is yours.
Hey, it looks better,
Ojutai.
mate.
And I'll just hold up a scale. Just like, I think this belongs to you.
Oh man, those take forever to grow.
I'll throw in an extra 5 gold for the scale.
I just I give Ojutai a look.
I take the bear and throw it on my shoulder.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, fucking bear.
And then I begin to walk out of the cave with the bear towards these guys.
Give me a strength check, but we'll say with advantage.
Okay, I'm still technically in rage, so it would be
Yes.
advantage anyways.
Okay, yeah.
So my strength check. Oh, I did saving throw. That's my bad. Let me do this again. I got 19 and 11, so 19.
Yeah. You easily throw this thing over your shoulder, and then I'll do. We'll just group you. So now, if you move, the bear moves with you.
Hell
The
yeah.
bear is
God.
you.
He is one with the bear is one with him.
Right, fellas. So that's Timmy back there. Took care of that bear for you.
So this guy like immediately starts walking over to Timmy, the little short one. He's like, "Oh my God, Timmy!" And then this guy's like, "Oh, I'm a man of my word. Here's your 20 gold." And then he gives you the gold, and then he walks over to Ojutai and he's like, "So, about that skill, if I could bring
Just
that
fucking-
back to the,
okay.
if I could bring that back to the village with the boys and tell them I got myself a Kobold, a couple Kobold leaders, they might think more of me. I'll take the scale off you for 5 gold, no more."
Yeah, sure. Here's some
Alright.
scale.
And he just straight up hands you 5
Yeah,
gold,
sure.
and then he walks over to helps.
Like a
He walks
scale
over
off
to-
of you?
No, the one that.
It fell off of him. The
Right.
bear had clawed it off or whatever.
Gotcha.
Timmy was a fellow dwarf, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna come over here with these guys and sort of like help with the covering and the, you know,
Oh, like
dwarf to dwarf. I'm just gonna sort of just like use my combat medic, history or whatever, and just
at
kind
this
of
point,
help them.
at this point, like Timmy's so munched up that they literally like you see like one of them grabs like a pill like off his belt, like a little
Yeah.
small bucket, and like literally is like scooping
Oh my
parts of Timmy into this pill.
god. Okay.
Ooh.
I help scoop.
Yeah,
I am Timmy Scooper.
critical scoopage. Timmy is in the pill, and then like they got a couple like you throw some of them in his backpack or whatever, and so now Timmy is all parts of Timmy that they could salvage are in on this dwarf guard.
I'm gonna start divvying out gold. So I walk by
Thank you for your help, sir.
Gingu, hand him 5 gold. That's
Money?
yours.
Good.
That's yours. Pocket that. Then,
Okay.
I see Rango. I kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I'm very
And then,
confused
like,
about the
I-
concept of
Search-
metal circles as like reward. I'm not really getting it yet.
It makes sense. Everyone's listen. All you need to know is that everyone else says that it makes sense, and as long as everyone else says it makes sense, that's
So how many did you give me?
That's
5? Okay. Alright.
What? Oh, and then Ojutai got the other 5 himself, right?
we got 20,
I got
and there's
5
4
for
of
you.
us, so everyone gets
Yeah.
5.
I know.
So do
And then
you-
he got
He paid
five
an
gold.
extra 5 for his scale.
Yes, so Ojutai has 10, or got 10,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So
Probably
so
well deserved.
do you have
Yeah,
vial
I'm
of
just-
Timmy in your inventory?
I
Bucket of
don't, but I was
Timmy.
gonna say like when Rango walked over to put the coin in my hand, I was gonna put my hand out, and there's just kind of like pieces of Timmy,
Ooh.
just kind of in. Oh, good. Just drop.
Yeah, the guards
Bloody
have now,
coins
like,
now.
left. And now that they don't have to
As-
guard this cave, they're kind of like
As
making their way.
as the guards are on their as they're on their way out before they make it out, can I ask
Mhm.
them if they recognize the other bodies?
There's caravanners all come through here. Just some more travelers that didn't make the journey through Branicore, I guess. It's not a safe world out here.
Fair enough.
And then the other dwarf he kind of like does like a little, God may rest their souls. And then they go on about their way. So yeah, they're just some unknown people.
All right. I just want to. Okay, I want to see if either of them look like they would have anything good on them. Is that investigation good?
Yeah, you can, go ahead.
Okay.
Investigate. Do some
21.
21. These guys basically have like the clothes on their back and not much else. They're like straight up poor peasants that were making the journey to Branicore for whatever reasons they wanted. But yeah,
Okay.
not very much as far as like their belongings.
A quick question: can you group the bear to me so when I'm walking with my screen, it moves it?
Yeah, can you not move your guy?
Not with that. Not. It's like exclusive from the bear. So
Okay.
you can move it groups, but I can't.
I wonder if there's a way for me to. So I'll ungroup it. Let me try this. If this don't work, then we'll make it up as we go. Try moving now and see if it works.
No. Yeah, it's fine. You can just move me.
Oh,
Oh shit. Yeah, I'll
To
I'll be
infinity
descriptive where I'm going.
and beyond.
I threw the bear through the mountain.
Gangu leaves. He's seen all he's needed to see, and he just jettisons away. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Well,
We'll
I'm
just say
quite
that you have
literally
this bear.
exiting. Yeah, I'm exiting the cave with the bear.
yeah. So we'll
We'll
just
say
make
the bear's
note.
with you.
The bear's with you. All right.
And also with you.
So we're all making our way out of the cave, right?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So we'll go back to the situation here. These guys are long gone. They're gone. The path continues down this way. So I'm assuming you guys are gonna want to make the rest of the way down the mountain here.
Is the cabbage man here?
Yeah, he's sitting there. So he sees the guards come out, and like one of them's like the real skinny one's real distraught, and the other one's just kind of like chill about the whole thing. But they're kind of covered in blood, and he sees you guys come out, and he sees Gangu kind of scratched up, and Ojutai's just like real bloody and messed up, and he's like, "Oh, this quite a fight in there, huh?" And then,
I sit
So
on
the-
your cart.
it's full of. I mean, you get blood on the cabbages. It's not. I don't.
Come on, old man.
You can sit on the mule. On the back of the
Take it.
mule.
And I'm real confused at this point, and I take the bear off my shoulder, plop it on the ground, and then bow to this man. And then turn around and start walking.
And he just kind of like. He kind of looks and he looks at you and he's like. He just kind of looks at the bear, and he looks at you again. He's like, "All right," and then he just doesn't. He just kind of goes on, and the bear just kind of sits there.
Exactly what I wanted to happen.
And he just goes on. And he's following you now.
He's following me.
He's earned respect for Gangu.
Can I attempt to chop off some of the claws of this bear?
Yeah,
if,
go
if
for
it's
it.
just gonna lay here.
Yeah. What is survival? We'll do survival. Just give me
Okay.
a quick survival check.
14.
Yeah, you get some claws. You're able to salvage the back claws of this. The front claws were scraped up from hitting Gangu's metal, so they're messed up. But you managed to get some of the claws off the back paws.
All right.
I take one of its nearly killed me.
You want what from it?
Its
Teeth.
teeth.
Yeah. I'll just say you can pull a tooth. You can pull a tooth out.
Cool.
Yeah, I definitely knocked some loose.
Yeah. They're real loose. So you grab a tooth, one of its big like canines. See if there's bare tooth with
Okay.
you. All right. So we'll continue down the mountain. I don't know if I dragged your guys' characters in here or not. No, I need to grab everybody real fast. We'll just give it a good one.
That was a successful first fight.
Yeah, successful.
Heard about that?
Barely.
Ojutai landed the
Just
first
like-
blow of the campaign and produced the first death saving throw. Very good.
Hey, that's good statistics.
Walking down the rest of the path using gear as like a crutch.
Are we
What-
are we on?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
are we
yeah.
on the other
So-
screen?
Yeah, I'm about ready to drag you over. Sorry.
okay.
I had to drag all you guys over.
So Lucas, you've got a warhammer, and then do you have any other weapons?
I have let me double
Like that would
check
be
real
be
quick.
visual to everyone.
I have 2 hand axe that I have like on my waist.
Okay,
And then I just have a warhammer. That's it.
All right. So
And
now-
I have
Also,
some javelins too for my kids.
you have a
Also,
javelin.
Yeah.
I was unsure when I told you in combat if Sacred Flame took half damage on the saving throw, so I just looked that up. No, it's an all or nothing. So just for
well.
future, and then I think Toll the Dead that I have is the same way. So
Okay.
just-
The
Well-
overkill from Gingu, I think. Done it.
Yeah.
yes,
it was
indeed,
dead.
indeed.
It was super dead. All right. All right. So you guys are you've made it to the bottom of the hill. You're now down at the base of the mountain, and what lies before you is just kind of like some thick woods. I didn't make it as thick as it probably is, just so we could see some stuff. But it's pretty thick woods. You got some ridges up ahead, and then the old man just kind of turns and looks at you guys, and he's like, "Well, it's just a bit of ways down this road, down the main road. It's on the way to River March. If we'd like to continue."
All right, let's get
Yeah.
you home.
That way,
So-
nonetheless.
So you guys make it down the road, and then everybody gets between these little ridges here, and
Push.
a couple gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Real quick while you're
Yeah,
so Saoirse, what weapons do you have like that everyone can see?
I always carry the warhammer in one of my hands, and then I have a crossbow that's kind of like on a strap, I'd say, just kind of on my back.
Okay.
That's it. That's the only like actual weapons I have.
What's Ojutai have? Visual?
I've got a spear and with a bunch of throwing darts.
Okay. I've got a magic shit, and I've got like 4 fucking daggers. Suppose.
Tucked
On
in your
me.
cloak,
Yeah.
Just in case you get fucked close combat.
Yeah.
just in case you're involved in some shady business.
Yeah.
Right,
Alright.
right.
So you guys get between these ridges here, and you see these 3 strapping gentlemen approach from these ridges, and they're kind of flanking you right now on both sides, just kind of while you guys make your way in between. They're not really saying anything until you get a little bit closer. So you guys are here, they're there, and the one in the green here kind of is looking everybody up and down, and then he goes, "Oi, there's a tax for coming through here. You better pay the toll." And then he catches the eye of Gangu. I know he's kind of hard to miss, but he sees him. And Gangu, just roll intimidation for me real quick.
Alright, yeah, that's like my worst skill. Here we go.
The natural intimidation. Didn't even have to say anything. The
14.
presence alone.
14.
14. So he pauses for a second, looks you up and down, and then he kind of makes eye contact with this guy across from him. And they kind of look at each other, and then he goes back to his spiel. There's definitely a toll for coming through these parts, and if you want to get past us, me and the rowdy gang here, well, you're gonna have to pay that toll.
He seems a little shaky. Can I like perceive if he's actually gonna follow through with like intimidating us?
Yeah, go. If y'all want, y'all can roll perception checks on him.
Okay, so passive
wait.
perception. Or...
Yeah, go ahead.
Insight or
We'll do insight. Do insight.
Okay.
Insight, yeah.
11.
my god, dude, I can't roll shit tonight.
12.
Also 11.
8.
12. Would you get Cole 12?
Yeah.
So 8, 11, 11, and 12. Okay. So, they seem like they're serious about like trying to rob you guys, but they don't look very professional. I guess like they might be kind of new to this.
Listen, buddy, we already paid the toll up the hill.
Yeah,
Right.
that's Mountain Guts toll, but this is Rowdy Gang land down here, boys. You're gonna have to pay our tolls if you want to get past us.
Now,
So-
I understood this is a public road.
It would seem some, but there's always a few stragglers from these caravans you see, and just so happen to be you lot. And well, last is least, I guess. Pay the toll, please. I hate to have to take it from you.
So Rango, explain this to me. We had to kill a bear to get gold,
Correct, we've just killed a bear.
and these guys are just asking us for it.
That's correct, yeah.
Something ain't adding up.
Yeah, they're in the wrong. That's the part that doesn't add up.
They've got to go kill a bear.
It's a
That's
place
right.
of business. We're just doing business. A bear? I don't know any bears around here.
Hey, buddy, go kill a bear. Yeah, you'll
He
get
just-
some gold.
He kind of looks at you real puzzled because this like giant behemoth is like telling him to go kill a bear, and so he's like, "What is that? Supposed to be some sort of insult? What is that?"
Listen,
And
fellas,
Are you-
As this
he
is going on,
starts-
I slowly just walk forward, just slowly, trying to get past.
And then, hey, and you see this guy sprints to get back in front of you, and this guy is like a human, so he's probably about like the same. He's probably about like 5'8", 5'9", so the same height, but you're like quadruple his width right now. So like, yeah, he just like he sprints around to get in front of you, and the other two just kind of looking like real confused right now.
I'm gonna be.
What was that? What was that bit about the bear?
Listen,
What?
I'm gonna be right up behind Gingo. I throw my hand on his shoulder, and then with my other hand, I say, "Listen, buddy, I don't think you want to fuck with this dude." And I lift up a string of bear claws, and say, "This man just slaughtered a bear."
Are you intimidating?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going for? All right, roll intimidation. Man.
12.
12. And he's like, he takes notice of the claws. He's like, all right, well, you killed a bear. Hunters do all that all the time. It's not
And
that
that-
special.
As he's doing this, I'm slowly just pushing him with my weight forward, like walking him,
Yeah.
and he constantly just has to keep backing up.
Yeah. So you guys are like inching this way, so.
Yeah, exactly.
And these guys are kind of like, at this point, like they had their weapons kind of like up or out. And now they're just kind of like have them down to the sides, just kind of watching the scene unfold. Like, what the hell? Like, why is he doing this again? Kind of thing. That's what you can kind of see. And so he's like, listen, I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but nobody's leaving here unless he apologizes about the bear thing. What was that about the bear? What do you mean go kill a bear? And then this guy over here, he's like, dude, just, it's not even worth it, man. Come on, we don't even have to. Why is he always like this? And then this guy's like, man, I don't know. He's always doing shit like this. He's still just kind of he's fuming at this point. He's like really pissed off that this thing's pushing him around.
Listen, buddy. How about this? I'm addressing the guy in green. Say, listen, buddy. How about this? We'll cut you a deal. You're gonna have to pay our toll for being where we need to pass through. Otherwise, he's gonna beat you in the head with his fucking warhammer, like he did the bear.
Nah. I'm not taking this. Everybody made fun of me because my name was Roxanne. I'm a strong man. I can take care of myself. Roxanne's rowdy gang isn't gonna take shit. And then these guys are just kind of like, they're fully done with this operation.
Gengu starts laughing.
It's since this man he's like fuming, and like he pulls out his like his scimitar, and he goes to like swing, but like as he gets to like your face, like he gets real close and he like stops. Like if you've seen The Last Samurai with the dude that goes down on Tom Cruise when he first gets to the little camp, he like stops. And so I'm assuming Gengu just sits there like he doesn't react.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so he just sits there, and this guy's just like, dude, he's so pissed off right now. All right, these guys, if Rax, we're going, man. And then this guy's like, yeah. He's like, excuse me, boys, and they start heading off this way. And then he's like, fellas, oh, it's just supposed to be bandits. Roxanne and the Rowdy Gang.
Maybe take up a
He's-
different career path, bud.
He's got a little bit of tears in his eyes, just a little bit. He's fully demoralized at this point. And then he just kind of drops his scimitar down to his side, and he turns this way. This won't be the last you hear of Roxanne and his rowdy boys.
It's like some Team Rocket shit, right?
You hear off in the distance, these guys are like, wait, wait up, guys. We'll hang out at the pub again. We'll get him next time. And so they fully walked away.
I'm gonna turn to Cabbage Man here.
And he's just sitting there, just kind of like nonchalant, just watching this whole situation go down.
You know
Good thing
those
you
blo-
guys.
Do you know those blokes at all?
I have no idea who they are. Good thing you were here, though. They probably would have taken my cabbages.
I mean, he seemed like he really thought he was something. You've never heard of Roxanne and the Rowdy Gang?
No.
Yeah,
There's
seems about right.
there's plenty of bandits around, but never those. No.
No, I'm completely disguised. It seems about right. And I turn and just start to walk.
All right. And so everybody, I'm assuming, just
Yeah.
will just continue down the
Yeah.
path. All right. Grab him. All right. Sorry, still dragging everybody around. I thought I got all the different areas, but I forgot these two last night by accident. So I apologize. All right. Boom.
How much
Y'all
time,
are further.
how much time would have passed by this point? Like since we
Uh,
left the tunnel?
So yeah, like you guys probably got out of the tunnel by like noon. Like pretty much when the sun was about like highest in the sky. Making your way down the mountain was definitely like a long journey, so at least an hour. I would say probably it's about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. Like, you guys have been walking for quite a while. So it's not dark by any means, but it's getting close. Probably by the time you guys get to this guy's village, wherever it is, it's going to be getting that time where it's getting dark out. All right. So, you boys are on the road again. Walking forward. Go ahead and everybody roll perception checks for me.
Is it just passive perception, or is it?
I usually just have people roll perception checks.
Okay.
For passive.
Maybe you get lucky.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Alright, 10.
17.
Yeah.
Fucking nat 1. A 6.
All right. So
Unbelievable.
I'm oblivious. I'm fucking. I'm counting coins again.
who got the 17?
I did.
Okay. So everybody else is on this side of the road pretty much, and then Saoirse is just kind of like, I don't know where the hell he's looking. He's
Praying.
looking-
Fucking
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, he's just hearing the footsteps of people in front of him, but he's got his eyes closed praying, and like he's just like walking along.
Oh, we both got nat 1.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Cole's counting his money, or
Yeah.
not Cole. Rango's counting his money. He's just over there counting his money that he just got from the bear. So Ojutai sees chilling in this pond. This alligator is just kind of chilling on the edge, and it doesn't really take notice to you, but if you get too close, it might. So he's just kind of vibing. But Gangu and like everybody else doesn't see it. The man definitely doesn't see it. The old man.
Yeah, as we're walking by, I'll just kind of point my spear over at it, like, hey,
Yeah.
watch out for this.
Yeah. So everybody kind of takes notice,
Oh, shit.
and
I know a thing or two about alligators.
Eh,
There's an alligator?
Yeah, I think, what's his name over there showed us? Ojutai. He pointed at this little scaly critter over here.
Is that your brother?
That is quite rude. But no.
Oh
I
no, I'm
think,
talking to Ojutai. I was at
Yeah,
Ojutai.
that's
Oh.
pretty racist. Not gonna lie.
That's pretty racist.
Oh come on, it's all in good fun.
And then so the old man being a little bit slow, like y'all have been talking about this alligator for a second, and like he turns and catches a glimpse of it, and he just oh shit, and then like he grabs his horse real quick and drags it over this way, his mule, and he sees it, he's like, oh fuck, one time when I was making this journey a long time ago, grabbed my mule right out. These alligators don't play around. Ate the thing entirely. Lost all my cabbages that day.
Would I have any idea with my like trading with like whatever the fucking fur trade company would be, the wild side, I guess. What like pricing on like gator parts?
Oh yeah, listen, if you're able to get a nice bit of gator skin, the scales off the gator, it makes some nice stylized boots or something like that. You can definitely sell it for a good price. It depends on how well you can farm this skin, but it's a possibility.
Now
Also,
I know.
Gator steak's a good meal.
That's fine. Now I know a thing or two about gators. I'm getting closer at this point, and I kind of kneel down on one knee, and I'm getting a closer look at it.
And
I know a thing or two.
it's also like getting close and like
It's one of
slowly
those things
inching
that-
towards you.
How to get bit?
And then I turn around to Rango and I say, I think these things can fly.
So you turn away from it.
Yes, I'm turning away from it,
As soon
allowing
as
an
you turn your
opportunity
back,
attack.
as soon as you turn your back, it straight up just jumps at you. And you said, okay, so opportunity attack, yeah. Let me go to the encounters.
Oh crap! Giga lost health from last battle too, didn't he?
I did. So outside of character, so like my character, I'm trying to maintain this view of like I don't know what anything is until the
Yeah.
world shows me,
Yeah.
and then like I'm completely confused until it's corrected, and then I learn
You
over
said-
time. Because I'm
Yeah.
I would have said
know-
something, but you were saying you knew a thing or two about gators, so I was like, okay, he knows what he's doing.
I was waiting for him to turn his
so-
back when he got close.
so the scientist that I came from had a bunch of research on dragons and stuff, and that is my
Yeah.
only knowledge of this
Yeah, once you
situation.
mentioned the wings, it was too late.
It's one of them there water dragons.
So it's gonna go to hit. Does a 9?
No, it does not.
All right, so
Nice.
you turn your back, and this thing like clonks against you, and like it tries to bite, but it can't find a weak point in your armor. So like it goes to bite you, and it doesn't really do anything. But yeah, we'll roll. Everybody roll initiative here.
Fucking gator.
Damn it.
19.
Also 19.
Hell yeah.
I can roll well now, but when it that's
Then for Rango, 19 for Ojutai, and then 14. All right. And then let me. Is there a way to? There's got to be a way to save health, right?
I think
Inside.
I think have you been starting the encounter then asking us to roll initiative, or have you been doing vice versa?
Yeah, I have to ask initiative before I like go to the next like combat phase.
I think you can start the encounter and then if you start the encounter and then we roll initiative, I think it'll autofill us with our health
Yeah.
and our initiative.
Oh, Ojutai, what'd you get healed to, by the way?
I'm at 4.
4. Okay.
Alright, cleric, you've got some work to do.
I have one spell slot, bro.
Wait,
One spell slot in a dream.
Hell
oh,
yeah.
Fuck, I thought you had 2.
Well, I mean,
he did.
Well, no, yeah.
got
I was saying
one
I have
left.
One was me.
One remaining. One remaining.
Okay, good.
All right. So Gangu, Return fire, buddy. This thing just bit at you.
Yeah, so my back is turned. This thing tries to bite the back of my right thigh, and I
Yeah.
immediately, the quickest reaction you've ever seen, because you saw me in slow motion earlier swinging at that bear. This time, it was faster than you've ever seen before, like whack, and I grabbed my axe, unsheath it, and just like backhand smack it.
All right. Go for it.
Almost
attack.
like it's completely unnaturally fast because I'm faster than humans and everything. It was like mechanical speed, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, so
Those bearings got some grease.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 21 to hit
Yeah, hits.
and 12 damage.
All right. So you like this thing comes up and tries to bite you, and like as it bites you, it doesn't break through because it just hits straight metal, and you whip around like so fast that this thing is just like caught off guard, and you smack it in the side and like rip a big old gash in it, and like it starts kind of bleeding real bad, and it's totally spooked. So not only do you like really fuck this thing up, but it tries to run and you get opportunity attack. Like it's trying to jump back into the pond. You've spooked it.
Nice. This is bludgeoning, by the way. Bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. It
Okay.
doesn't have any kind of.
And opportunity attack to hit 21.
Yeah, it hits.
And then for damage,
Not another
5.
okay.
5.
Yeah.
You straight up like chop off its tail. So this thing is tailless and bleeding out its side, and it's really messed up. And it's not all the way back in the. It's turned, and it's like, at this point, like, just at the edge of the pond because you've like really hurt it, and it's like wounded bad.
I like to imagine
So-
that I smash it like a steamroller.
Yeah.
With a
Like the tail, you
warhammer.
mean?
Yeah, like, and the rib cage just like
Oh.
caved in, like just
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
did the bear skull.
Okay, yeah. This thing is like busted up, and it's got
Hell
like
yeah!
severe internal hemorrhaging.
He's
Hem-
bleeding, right?
Yeah, it's blood. Yeah. It's coming out its mouth. You've totally just like,
It's blood, yes.
yeah, it's messed up bad. All right,
Okay.
Ojutai, you are up, sir. This thing is
learn my
like-
lesson with that bear. I'm not getting anywhere close to it. I'm just throwing my dart at it.
All right, throw a dart.
There's a 9.
All right, so explain how this dart finishes this thing off. Daniel just mash this thing up bad.
I'm just already
yeah.
having a bad day. That was a 9 to hit. That wasn't damage.
Oh, that was a 9 to hit.
Yeah.
It misses. I'm sorry. bad.
It's like, how you want to kill this thing? And then no.
Bad. Bad DMing. I apologize. That's my fault.
All right.
Gangu's having a bad day. Yeah, this dart just kind of flies harmlessly past, and you hear a bloop as it hits the water.
It's
Apparently, I make a better door than a window.
All right, it's the Croc's turn. It's gonna fully just try to disengage, and like, so it thinks its safe space is in the middle of this pond. This pond, I would say, is probably like somewhere between 5 and 6 feet deep. Looking at it from the outside, like you could definitely stand in it, and it's not like crazy deep, and you can tell that from standing on the outside. But it's currently underwater, just chilling there, like messed up bad. So right now you can't see it, so you'd have to get inside with it to kill it. It's completely under the water. But it's messed up, and it's.
Are we out of combat now?
You can be if you want to chase it and go in after it. Yeah,
Well,
but it's disengaged.
I don't need to breathe, so I can run straight in after it.
I just want to, if we can like continue off initiative, I just want to
Yeah.
blast.
For sure.
I just want to like approach the like, not quite the
The
edge of the
water?
bank, but like 10 feet away from the bank, and just blast right into the center.
Yeah, go for it. Sure.
Should this be a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully it finally hits though.
I got a 7.
Yeah, dude, you make it like a really cool ass like splash in it, and it looks dope. And roll a wisdom check, just straight wisdom.
17.
17. Okay, you're not convinced you killed it.
Oh, it's dead. It's
No, you're not. You're not convinced.
Ah.
You're not convinced.
yeah. Deception?
Oh my god.
No. I was wisdom. It was wisdom on your part.
Yeah,
I
I
was
want to.
saying wisdom.
I'm
You gonna
aware.
lie
I'm
to him?
aware, but I want to lie to him.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
But I
Yeah,
only
go for
rolled an 8 on deception, so
Would that just be what, an insight check from the rest of us to see if we believe him?
Yeah, counter insight check. Yeah.
I got a 15.
Got a
I hope
9.
Gangu buys it.
I got a nat 20.
he's
I
been
was
he's been
hoping-
analyzing my words. He's like
Yeah.
fucking connecting all the dots. Human
I was so
speech.
hoping- I was
His
so hoping
analysis
Gangu-
on you is nearly complete, and he sees through.
I was so hoping Gangu was just like, well, okay, then it just kept going, but no. Yeah, so I think everybody succeeded on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, even the
Rango.
old man's over there like, I don't think it's dead.
I kind of turn to the old man and I go, he made one hell of a businessman, won't he?
Yeah. Yeah. He's lucky I already paid him for the gold. I scammed this man. No, I didn't mean it.
Is initiative over?
Yeah. So this thing is hiding. It's just kind of chilling there.
Yeah,
So you
I'm,
can go in there and finish it off.
I'm going in the water and grabbing it by its tail and dragging it to dry land for my buddy to finish off.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll just say
Gangu's
you
got
fucking.
such like good Pathfinder vibes. It's
We'll
great.
just say that you straight roll a strength check. We'll do strength on
As
strength
he's
here.
pulling it out, I'm backing him.
Roll straight strength.
9. I guess because I'm underwater.
Yeah, this thing it manages to like squirm out of your grasp and it stays in the water.
Okay. Well, any other ideas?
All right.
Yeah. So the way Sacred Flame reads is the target gains no benefit from cover for the saving throw. Does the water count as cover? I've got a brilliant idea. Let's radiant fire damage this thing that's fully submerged in water.
I don't know if that would work.
It is radiant damage. It's not.
Yeah. Fuck it, go for it.
Is it an area of effect? Does it have like a area of effect?
That's why I looked. No, it doesn't. It's just flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. I guess I technically can't see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see him though. That's the thing.
So,
Wait, is it like murky and
Yeah,
deep?
it's like a
Okay.
dark pond. Yeah, and it's like at the bottom, just
Alright.
hiding basically. They tried to pull a quick one and get some food, and it bit a metal thing and got really fucked up by it, so it's gone.
Should I try again?
If you want to go for it again,
Does the tail look salvageable?
he like smashed the tail. It's like
Oh.
really messed up.
Okay.
Another day, another day.
Well, my only concern is, future travelers come through this path. It's gonna be there. Could hurt somebody.
Say no more. And I
Backtracks
go
immediately.
straight back into the water to grab this thing.
Strength
I'm
check.
very influenced by people telling me what's right and wrong.
Strength check again.
Strike check.
Yeah.
All right, this one's a 19.
Yeah, you beat it. You drag it out of the pond.
All right, so we're bringing it out here, and I'm gonna look at Rango and be like, is anything on here salvageable?
So you basically got a grasp. It's just kind of squirming, like you're holding it up. I imagine.
I have a crossbow. I can try to shoot it in the head real quick.
He's still alive. We gotta kill the slippery fucker first.
I'm holding it like this. It's just squirming.
All
I'm
right,
like,
I'm
is
just gonna-
any of this
Got
salvageable?
my spear to it, ready to.
Serge is just gonna take out a crossbow and fire at its head.
Oh man, it's just and he backs up even further this one. All right, go for it. Roll a hit.
Fucking forget a 5.
It's grappled, so roll with advantage. It's grappled.
Love that.
You better not hit the body. I hear it's worth money.
9.
Hey.
Just-
You miss, but not only does it miss, you like scrape off some of the scales and like bounces off. So you messed up the skin some too.
I'm also gonna stab at it with the spear.
All right, with advantage.
It's like a fucking pinata.
I know it.
Basically,
Shit.
That was a 2. That was a 10.
Oh my god.
10 to hit.
What is going on? Help.
You scrape off even more scales, but it's still just kind of squirming.
At this point, I kind of feel bad for the gator, but I'm gonna blast.
Rango.
Okay, it's a 13 to hit.
That hits.
If you would have missed, I would have smashed this thing on the
4
ground.
damage.
Yeah.
All right, so it's completely messed up, and this thing's just sitting there. Gangu's got it by the tail. I'm gonna describe this one because I get it great. He's grabbing by the tail, and you hit this thing straight up in midsection with the Eldritch Blast, and it blasts the lower half of it back into the water. It splits in half, and Gangu's just sitting there with the limp tail now in his hand, and he's just staring at you the whole time this happens. He doesn't blink or falter, he's just looking at you. So
And all of the scales are so fucked from where I smashed it.
Yes.
So it's none of it is salvageable. All of our money just
Yeah.
went back in the water.
Right.
And I just look down in disappointment, drop the tail, and keep on moving.
Yeah, and as you start walking, I'm gonna kind of like get up next to you and be like, "That's not how you want to kill wildlife."
All right. As you get closer to the edge here, you see the old man kind of stop, and he peers over here at this cave, and he looks into it for a second, and then he's just kind of like, I wouldn't go near that. Bad mojo. Gangu starts approaching
Say
it.
no more, fam.
Gangu. Hey, slow down, chief. Slow down.
I'm serious, big man. I wouldn't go near there. Bad mojo.
What's
I
going on
couldn't
in
see
there?
anything.
What's
I
going
couldn't
on?
see anything.
My
It's dark.
I touch the fucking what's the hammer part of the hammer called? Not the hilt.
Head?
Yeah,
I think just like yeah.
I touch the head of the hammer and it's shining with light now.
Are you going to peek inside?
I'm just extending my hammer into the doorway or into the opening.
You're not looking though.
I'm like halfway around the corner like this.
Okay. Roll a. I want you to roll a perception check. Just you.
Okay. 15.
All right. Very muffled. You can hear so very muffled. This cave is really echoey. It's not just a cave. It's like huge on the inside, and you just hear just kind of like this weird like and like cracks and like weird like noises and then tiny footsteps, but they're kind of like going away from you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of there. I am not fucking with that.
And so the old man's like, you shouldn't. Oh God, it's just
Cabbage man, what's in the cave?
it's just bad. It's bad luck to talk about it. Just don't. We just got to keep going. The village is close. And he starts to kind of like, he's been kind of like joking, lighthearted, but now he's getting like a little bit serious. And he doesn't want to talk about what's ever going in there. And he just starts to kind of continue. Like with or without you, he starts going away this direction.
All right, I just want to like get a idea of what all the boys are thinking about this. Is everyone like does anyone show any interest in the cave anymore?
Slightly. But what time is it?
Yes.
It's like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Okay. I'm very confused about the noises. I've never heard noises like this before. And I didn't see much in there because it was still very dark and deep. So the only thing I could base it off of was unknown noises, which was terrifying to me.
Do you tell us that, or it does?
You can infer it by me screaming and running out of the cave.
Okay. Cabbage man, how far off are we from your village?
It's up ahead. It's not much further. Maybe half an hour. It's not that far. And he's very like somber at this point, and he just keeps going. And like he kind of looks back at you guys, but he's still just continuing towards his village.
Where on the world map are we right now?
So we'll drag you guys over here. So you guys are currently right here. Sorry, right here. You guys have kind of went along this way.
Okay.
And you're right at the edge here. His village is like legit on the other side of River March Bridge on River March. It's just this kind of place like next to some like rivers. There's like a little opening here. But you guys are in between these trees right here where this little mountain range is. And that's what that tunnel is like connected to. I guess I should have done a better job explaining it. There's like a mountain around it and like a hill and stuff.
Hey,
It's
I
not
got
just
you.
like this,
So it's
like,
in the
yeah.
side of this mountain here.
Yes,
Right
yeah.
there. Perfect.
So we are back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about this cave, guys. It's a lot of unknown screeching. That's all I can
Yeah.
hear is screeching.
How are you feeling, Bingo? You took a couple of air back there.
Yeah, I'm a little ratted and tatted, but I've seen worse days.
I mean, I'm in good shape. I'd be down to
Well,
check
that
out whatever's in the cave.
well, that's
Yeah.
good to hear.
There are mysteries of the world, you know. Be
I'll
down to
let you
check it
handle
out.
this one.
And
I'll
then,
let
Oh,
you
okay.
handle
Well,
this.
if I'm not, no, it's good. I'm not going in alone by any means.
No, no, come
If you
on.
go in
Show me
there,
what you
Hey,
got.
no,
I want to take a bit of a
we're
rest here before we go in anywhere. if
this
we
guy
could.
is over hearing like your all's conversation right now, and he just kind of like looks at you and he's like, "Guys, I'm serious. It's not good in there. It's bad. It's a bad place. Just listen. The village is up ahead. I'll have gold for you, and you're more than welcome to stay at the lodging. I can provide you guys a place to sleep, and then just I would continue on down to River March and make your way in to do some business or whatever you're here for.
Can I attempt to like read into
Yeah, you can do
his
insight.
hit? Yeah, like what he means by bad.
Yes, go ahead. Go for it.
18.
Something like traumatic in his life has happened here at this location. You can tell that like whatever has happened at this cave or whatever's inside or in this area is like seriously affected him on an emotional level, to where the point where like even seeing that cave like brought a change of mood, and the more you discuss it and talk about it, he's just shut down basically.
I make an immediate connection to the time where I ran from the greenhouse, and I now have like an understanding on that level, and join him walking down the road because I want nothing like that because I'm also running from that.
Yes, yeah,
So
okay. So Gangu and the man keep going.
yeah,
I'm gonna
gonna
follow
follow
along,
them.
but as we're following, I wanna like talk to the man, and I say,
Yeah.
"Listen, Cabbage Man, we haven't even gotten your name. Who are you?"
Oh, my name's Phil. It's Phil.
All right,
I'm just
Phil.
an old cabbage man.
Well, seeing as we've got an hour to spare, moving along here to your village, you mind entertaining me and telling me a bit more about that cave back there? There dangerous things in Branicore that we should be worried about? What's going on?
It's not a safe place. It's not. Listen, I came here with my pop long ago, and we just were looking for a new place to settle down. We lost my mom when I was young, and he wanted to start fresh, and we found this little village, and it was a nice, quiet place. He met somebody else, and I stayed here, and my sons grew up here. And then you see he kind of like pauses for a second, and looks off in the distance, and he's like, and this is where I am now, and we're just cabbage farmers and farming, and this is what we do. We just try to live day by day. And like he's still walking, like y'all haven't stopped. There's not much. There's nowhere, but just assume that you guys are continuing on down this path. And any more information about that cave, as far as like specifics or anything like that, about it, you're gonna have to try to persuade. He's not gonna fork any other information up without persuasion.
I won't bother prying.
All right. Does anybody else want to inquire any other conversations? He's pretty much just gonna be quiet the rest of the way to his village. This one.
I'll come up to Rango. Well, I mean, if anything, we can just go to his house, get our payment, take a rest, come back, see what it's about if we want.
Yeah, figure as much. We end up staying in the place. I'm assuming we're having this conversation away from him. Yeah, I suppose if we stay at his place, we can Maybe chit-chat
He
him up a
seems,
bit more about it there.
He seems
Even if
real-
he heard you, he's not paying any mind.
Yeah.
He's in his thoughts right now.
He seems pretty shaken up by the whole thing. I think maybe, I don't know, if we go in there we can find something. Give him a little bit of peace.
Yeah. I don't know if vengeance is on. Talk for later.
Alright.
All right. So, if that's all anybody's got to talk about, about half an hour down the road, y'all might make some small talk, but nothing, really like noteworthy. Gangu might just be sitting there chilling, talking about coins, trying to understand economy still with with Rango.
Calculating a lot of PTSD.
Yeah, yeah. He's in his thoughts too.
I'm
He said,
almost like muted
yeah.
completely, just like zoning.
So everybody's just kind of in their own world. All right. So we now arrive at Mr. Phil's village, and I just realized I got to drag everybody in this place again because I didn't yesterday. But feel free to take a look around while I grab everybody.
He's popping off.
Look at all those cabbages.
Those
Is
kids.
it safe to assume that all of these crops are cabbages, or just the one?
It's mostly cabbages. There's like some this stuff's like some corn and like some tomato plants up here, but all this down here and over here to the left, this is all cabbages, man. Straight up cabbage farmers.
I'm gonna yell out to the old man. Sir, do you mind if I make use of your well?
Oh yeah, go for it. Feel free.
We get a
And so
bucket of water.
he
Wash
continues.
this Timmy off of me.
He continues this way, and you see him round the corner, and then the lady here is like kind of sweeping out front of this house, and she looks up and sees him and immediately smiles, and like you see her face light up, and he gets a grin on his face too, and then she goes, "My Phil Kankins, you better get over here and give your wife a big old hug and a kiss." And then he's like, "Oh dear, been so long. Been on the road for a few weeks now." And they kind of go to each other and embrace, and then he kind of like his mule and cabbages kind of. He gives him like a little parallel park by his house here, and so this is what you can assume is Kankin's house. Obviously there's other like villagers that kind of around, like this guy over here, and they just kind of live in this area and then, like surrounding area. There's some houses and stuff like that. So everybody's just kind of big chilling in this nice little peaceful farming village. And so these guys kind of embrace for a second and hug and give a little smooch. And then he turns to you guys and she kind of pokes around and she's like, "Oh, who are these guests? Were you guys helping my Phil on his cabbage selling journeys?"
Made my way back over.
She's just kind of like waiting on a response.
That's right, ma'am. Yes, for our help, and we were happy to help.
Phil's always making friends along the way. And he's like, "Well, honey, if it's all right, I'm gonna let the men stay in this in Brian's house that we had for him, his little shack." And she's like, "Oh yeah, Brian, he's been up guarding the wall for a while now, Harper's Wall. He does good work for this land, you know." He's like, "Yeah, he does." And then he's like, I'll deal with the payment tomorrow if that's all right, lads, and feel free to make yourself home in the shack here. And there's only 3 beds in there. Sorry, it's not much, but one of them's like a pull-out wall bed. But
As a robot, I do not need a bed. I simply lay down and shut off.
Really?
and then, are you
Yeah.
saying that to him like that? Like that?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Okay. And he's like, "Well, okay." he turns away and then like he walks in and then you see his wife just kind of looks at him kind of concerned for a moment and looks at you and she goes, "Well, thank you for making sure you got home safe to me. I don't know what I would do if I ever lost Phil, and he's my world. looks like you didn't sell any cabbages again. Well, that's okay. We don't buy much anyways. Just keeps him busy. Mind off things and that sort of thing. Well, if you guys need anything, we'll be around. She goes inside of her home with Phil.
Classic. I love it. What was her name?
You didn't get her name.
Oh,
Mi-
okay.
Mrs.
Phil's
Cankins.
wife.
Miss
Miss
Cankins.
Cankins. Miss
Miss-
Cankins.
Mrs. Kankins.
Miss Cankins. Yeah, and everybody else is just kind of tended to crops and things like that, and then clean it up, and they're kind of rounded down for the night. And so people slowly start making their way into it.
Yeah. So what time
The
is it
sun's
now?
starting to set.
Oh, okay.
It's like 5 o'clock, so it's getting close to like sunset. You know, it's getting there. Sunset's a little bit earlier here because the mountains are so tall, and so this thing the ridge line is like way shorter.
Yeah.
The mountains that surround Branicore are massive. I can't stress it like enough how tall they are. Like a well above the clouds is like the peak of them. It's like crazy high.
But the sun sets in the west. Okay.
Is he being smart, Mr. Kankins? Yeah, you're right. You're right, Rango. It does set in the west. You're right.
Like
So
where,
it's
where the
right
mountains aren't. Right.
It's Tatooine. There's 3 suns that never sets. It's always daylight. But yes, it is starting to get dark. It's starting to get late evening. And so
Well, I
you
don't know
guys,
about you guys, but I've got to get welded up.
so he makes his way inside.
Pardon?
I pull out this little, just this cloth and just start buffing away. I'm trying to just heal myself.
Is
but
that
I
your
don't-
long rest?
It's me.
maintenance?
It's me attempting to initiate a short rest.
Okay.
But I also don't know that this doesn't heal me, so I think it does. So I'm just polishing away, getting the blood off me, you know, cleaning up.
Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, I turn to the group and I'm like, "Well, boys, I don't think we should return to that cave if we're interested. Without knowing what we're getting ourselves in. Maybe leave the Kankins family for themselves for the night. He said he'll pay us in the morning. Maybe we can just hang out here for the evening, catch some rest at night, and check it out tomorrow."
Yeah.
Good to me. I'll just go inside and start also tending.
I'm gonna go around and just kind of greet the peeps.
All right. So you come up to these people and they kind of take notice and they're like, "Oh, hello there, traveler. It's we often have people pass through town. Can we help you with anything?"
No, just getting in from helping Phil. He's given us a stay here for the night. Gonna pay us in the morning. We enjoyed his company. Couldn't help but take notice on our way down here. He got a little in his head about things, a little emotional. Didn't know if there's anything that we could do to help with the situation. He kind of shut off, stopped being his bubbly Phil self, if you know what I mean. Sure you do.
And you see, like, these two right here, the ones that you're talking to, they get a little bit solemn themselves, even. They're not, like, fully distraught like Mr. Kankins was, but they're kind of like, they know something as far as, like, what might have happened. They're just kind of like, "Oh, yeah, Phil, yeah. He's had it rough over the past couple of years, but, you know, he manages, and he does really good work for this town. He's pretty much our only outside source of anything. We don't travel except for him. It's probably good that he gets his mind off things traveling around, but yeah, it's
Well, you know, we certainly enjoyed his company while we were helping him and everything, and if there's anything we can do to help while we're here with what's may have happened, just please let us know.
unless you've got bountiful amounts of money or help us grow more cabbages and places to sell them, there's not much here. Just,
Well,
go for it.
unfortunately, as a hermit myself, I don't carry a large purse on me. Otherwise, I'd be a little generous with the funds. But I can say an extra prayer to Moradin tonight for your cabbage growth. That's about all I can offer, ma'am.
Well, it's much appreciated. We do love our cabbages. Mrs. Kankins, by the way, she makes some mean sauerkraut if you're ever interested in that. Good stuff.
Oh, well, as you can see by my belly here, I'm always interested in a good meal, huh?
Oh, yes, it's good food.
All right, well, I'll leave you all for the evening. Thank you for your time. Kind of come
All
back.
right.
I'll go in with it.
Dude, I just straight up forgot to drag everybody to all the places. All right. So you guys are now big chilling. Let me grab Mr. Kankins. He's in here. All right. The rest of the people don't know where that is. So you guys are now inside this little hut, shack area. As you can see, there's 3 beds. This little skinny one was one that had to like be pulled out of the wall. It was kind of folded up. There's some chests here if you want to store anything, or you can look inside even. There's like a bench. It's not a very big shack. It's like a little small lean-to, basically.
Okay, how'd you rotate?
The little dot
you-
above.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you grab,
Okay.
there's like a dot above. Yeah, you can rotate. And if you hold down Alt while you move, you can move freely, like outside
Yeah.
the grids. But yeah, so you guys are just kind of big chilling. It's just a little town. It's not, y'all can do a short rest, long rest, talk about today's experiences, what your plans are, whatever y'all want to do. Just let me know if you guys are ready to progress
Hmm.
through the night.
Talk to some of the villagers out there. Some nice folk.
What'd you learn?
More of the same, really. You know, Phil didn't really want to open up about his cave. And they were doing more of the same. Just said
Yeah.
that he's had it rough over the past couple of years. Likes to do his cabbage work to pass the time. Keep his mind off things.
Yeah, something tells me that something's not right.
That cave, yeah. Something happened in that cave. That poor man.
They
What did
seemed
he
off.
say yet?
They seemed off about the cave as well.
Yeah. Not as uh, drastic as Phil's response. So that's why I think it affected him personally. But they became pretty solemn, kind of maybe in solidarity with him, maybe.
There were there were screeches in the cave, almost I wouldn't say creature-like, but almost human-like. I could barely make it out though.
Hmm.
Something
It,
just
it
wasn't right.
definitely sounded like more than one.
Yeah. Is there any way I could like try to recollect on my memory?
Yeah,
Um,
you're from Branicore.
and,
Do a
and then just
like a
kind.
history check. If
Well,
you want.
I guess it would just be recollecting on the sound, trying to decipher exactly what it was. Because
Um,
at first inspection, it was so much shock I didn't really catch it. But now, like trying to go back on it, I'm trying to see what I remember about it.
yeah. So it's not necessarily like because it was in a cave, and I don't know if you've ever been like around cave areas like that, but it was like a lot different than what you normally hear. But the little clicks and ticks and kind of like little screeching noises, they ring a bell, but it's like a computer getting like an error code. Like every time you run it back, it's like an error. Like you almost have
Right.
the solution, but it was just that much different that you can't exactly place. But you know, like it's like on the tip of your tongue kind of thing.
But I just can't put my finger on it.
Well,
So when we get paid up tomorrow, we can talk about it. Maybe back her if not.
But do we really need Phil's money? It seems like he needs it more than us.
I would agree.
And it's almost as if you said gold was to buy things. Why not let Phil buy things? He needs to buy things.
The fellow villagers also said that I asked if there was anything that we could do to help, and they said if we've got money to give or cabbages to grow, those are the only two things. They may need it more than us.
Now, I'm not a calculator, but I guess not taking from them is giving them. So it doesn't feel right taking it.
I agree with Tin Man.
I say we hit out tomorrow.
No, I say you're a greedy cunt.
Okay, no,
Money's my business, son.
no fighting words. No fighting words.
We'll hear him out.
Well, we
From
got
there.
some time to kill.
That we do. I
Gangu's
assume.
like, the last time there was insults, Timmy got squished up pretty bad.
Yeah, hold back on the insults. I get triggered easily.
True.
I wanna like kind of investigate these and like
Okay,
basically any fucking like containers in here. I don't know what this. Is that just a
Yeah,
table?
that's just it's just kind of like a table, almost like a bench, like a side table kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and do an investigation check on the chest.
13.
13. So one of them is pretty much completely wiped out, and it looks like it's been cleaned for quite a while. There might be like a few like shirts and things like that. And then, but in this one right here, this more kind of gold yellow one, it is full of clothes still. Like there's nothing. It's like a full thing of clothes. And you see kind of like a short sword, and even like some toys and things like that. Like it's still full of stuff.
How big are the?
Probably really late child to early teens.
Okay.
So somewhere between like 11 and 14.
Okay. So I lift it open and I see all this in there, and then I'm just gonna go to kind of. I'm just.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way outside. So I've got all this blood wiped off me and
Yeah.
polished up to my damnedest. You know,
Mhm.
I'm looking good. I'm gonna walk over to these farmers as well.
Okay. And you can see they were starting to leave, so they kind of meet you part way. Like they're making their way inside.
I'm just gonna fall.
All right. And so, more adventures I see. Hey, how's it going?
How are the crops this year?
Oh, they're. And he kind of looks at you. He's like, well, I've not seen anything like you before. What are you?
I am
Well,
a
it's like-
I am a trained simic scientist, and I just happen to know a little bit about a little what do we call it here? Agriculture.
And he like is very confused, and he's like, okay, um, all right, and that's great. I'm glad that you're a intelligent individual. It's great to know that those are around.
At this
And-
point, I grab a flask, or I think it's a vial of oil out of my
Okay.
backpack. Hold on, it's a oil flask. I take the oil flask. I take some dirt up off the ground, you know, grind it, put it in there, and
Yeah.
maybe a leaf off this tree. Also put it in there, shake it up, and then I'm like, all right, put this on your crops twice a day, and you will have the best supply in the land. I'm talking cabbages this big.
All right. Let's do survival check on that, I guess, to see if this is actually gonna like be.
Oh, it's a 4.
Yeah, you like he grabs this and he knows it's just like a dirt and leaf, and he's like, oh, very well, and well, he looks at like you're assuming that's like probably his partner there, and he looks at him and is like, well, we'll make sure that we get good use out of this elixir for the farm. And
It makes a good snack too.
I can't wait. Alexa's talking to me back here. Oh, that's I bet it's very tasty, isn't it, right, honey? And he kind of looks at me and he goes, All right, well, run along now. We have to get going home.
Thud, 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 thud,
They're
thud.
fully kind of creeped out, and they go this way. Like their homes right here, and they kind of go around to get away. Were you trying to talk Rango to them?
No,
Oh, you're just.
I was
observing? Okay.
kind of just like walking through the town checking things.
Okay.
And this is what I get for trying to help. People are always afraid of me. I do not understand.
There aren't many of you around here. No,
Thud,
you're a little
thud,
bit more of a
thud, thud, thud.
rare type.
Ah, yeah, that's what they say. And I constantly just think back to the greenhouse, all the scattered bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, constantly.
And I'll wait for another moment. Some shit.
Oh,
Insight
yeah.
check you. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back in. I guess I'm laying down in bed.
All right. Gangu doesn't sleep right. He's just kind of chilling, big chilling.
So are we doing a short rest, long rest? What's the deal?
I was gonna let you guys just straight up do a long rest here. Like this is gonna
Okay.
be a full.
Mm-hmm.
So when I long rest, let me check. When I take a long rest, I must spend at least 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state rather than sleeping. In this state, you appear inert, uh, but it doesn't render you unconscious, and you can still see, hear as normal.
Okay.
So
Alright.
it's basically like I'm just on pause.
Yeah. So everybody settles in. Rango does like a little meditation, right? That's what elves
Yeah.
do. Meditate. Do you guys sleep?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got an odd squad here.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are fully asleep or not. I think dwarfs sleep.
Yeah, no, yeah, I definitely sleep.
Uh,
I would probably have just kind of spent maybe an hour of the 8 in the bed, just kind of,
Yeah.
not like a meditation or anything, but sort of just taking inventory of the day and doing some praying.
So also, I don't know. I think last night we decided that like long rests take up a ration to do, but this one we'll say is sort of like a freebie. Since the first one you are like at this cabbage farm, so we'll say like maybe like somebody came and like give you like a little bill for being here or whatever.
They
So we'll
hand us
say
one cabbage
yeah,
apiece.
yeah. Everybody gets a cabbage. So no rations this time. Mostly because it's a little bit of a forced long rest. I feel like. So anyways, but for like future reference, you do have to have like a ration to take a long rest.
I don't know if this would be meta, but Scotty,
Oh, yeah, true. Um, yeah, might as well. I'll try to remember it in the future. But it's just for the Forge domain, I have Blessing of the Forge. At the end of a long rest, I can imbue magic into a weapon or armor by touching it. So I would just say, I guess when I wake up, I would just touch my Warhammer, and it becomes a +1 Warhammer. So to attack and damage rolls.
Okay.
And it goes until I can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. But doesn't that I don't get because then I'll just
you
always
just
like,
have to redo it every day.
okay.
I don't think you even have to redo it. It's just like you can change it to something else, but you
Oh,
have
I
to do
see.
a long rest to change it.
So if I like have a +1 Warhammer now, but then if I want to do something to my armor the next day, the Warhammer becomes non-magical.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll just have it on my Warhammer today.
All right. So you guys settle down for the night for a long rest. The sun goes down, and it's a quiet night. And everybody's big chilling inside this hut. Everybody falls fast asleep, meditates, or goes on pause, whatever they need to do. Gangu, why don't you roll? So we'll say that this is like late into the night now. Like we're well into like y'all probably fell asleep at like 8 or 9. It's been a long travel. It's probably like 5 or 6 in the morning, so it's dusk. It's not fully pitch black dark, but it's still pretty dark. Gangu, why don't you go ahead and roll a perception check for me?
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh, attaboy.
Hey,
That's our robot.
you know I'm aware at night.
God damn.
All right. So, Gangu, you're on pause, and it starts by hearing the same little clicks and ticks and tacks and screeches that you heard in the cave.
Hurry.
And then you hear large commotions, people running around, and then like blood-curdling screams. And like,
I only have to be in that meditation for 4 hours.
yeah, so we'll say that you're up to.
Okay.
So how
Go
many
ahead.
hours after we fell asleep was this?
It was long enough for like a long rest for you guys. Like
Okay, 'cause I
everybody's
have
had
to
a
be
long
six.
rest.
Well,
I have to
yeah,
be 6
I
hours.
did
Yeah.
This would be, I guess, upon us starting to wake up, but I guess I'm the first one.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
I would have to have been awake to do the blessing of the forge. So if we're at in the end of the 8 hours, I'm up and like doing that.
yeah. And so yeah, this is what Gangu hears, and then everybody else go ahead and roll perception checks too. We'll say Gangu's like the first one alert.
Mhm.
But everybody else has a chance to also hear this.
I'll still be able to hear you.
I got a 17.
17,
5.
3, 17, 5. So Ojutai and Rango, they're kind of like out of it a little bit. Rango's still kind of like he's probably counting coin or still kind of doing some extra meditation. Ojutai, man, he got beat up real bad yesterday, so he's knocked.
I've been sound asleep since
Yes.
like as soon as I got in here.
He's gone beyond long rest. Saoirse, though, is in prayer, and he's blessing his weapon, and he hears these screams, too. You don't hear, like, necessarily, like, the whatever Gangu heard at the cave and then now again, but you definitely hear, like, all these screams and commotion going on outside. And, like, these aren't, like, yeah, like, these are full-on, like, people are getting murdered hardcore right now. Screams. Like, it's
Alright, so-
terrible bad.
So I'm up,
Yes.
and yeah, I'm approaching the door. I have to go sideways through the door. And
Just
then
gonna ask
I
if
guess
you
as
could-
I'm exiting, are the things in front of me or behind me now? The noise.
So you exit the door, so you open it. It is like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
door.
I open the door and I spin sideways, so I'm
Yeah.
about to go sideways.
And upon opening the door, the screams are like almost deafening at this point. And upon exiting, so we'll say Gangu's out here.
I'm like right here. Yes.
Yeah. We'll drag everybody else.
Yeah, I've just come behind Gangu here and I've shaken Ojutai and Rango.
I don't know if everybody else is gonna be able to see because I'm trying to think of where. Oh, let me see something fast. Let me do this. I'll drag you here. All right. So, you guys come out. Can everybody see something at least? It's not just
No.
pitch black.
It's all
You
black.
can't see.
Yeah, just
You've
a
gotta-
black box.
You've got to enable the dynamic lighting on every.
Oh, no, I assumed I did. It says it's on yours.
I have dark
Um,
vision or whatever.
Yeah, I give you dark vision too. Let me make sure that it should be working for everybody. It's the exact same stuff I set up in the last one. Let me do this. And so you legit can't see anything right now.
Totally black.
Totally black. Huh. Oh, you know what? I think I know what I did. I didn't assign controlled people to this. See the tokens. This is the one that I did drag everybody in, but I didn't assign people.
There
Can
we
you
go.
see now?
Okay.
Okay. Let me give everybody a...
I don't have dark vision if it's dark.
I'll
Yeah, I have it too.
as we're going out, I guess. Yeah. Tap his hammerhead again with light.
Yeah. Go for it.
So it's 20 of bright light and. Is it pitch black for you right now, Lucas?
No,
Let me
I
go get
just
it.
got it. I
Oh,
just
okay.
I think
There-
everybody has their proper characters, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I suppose that I'm probably.
Okay.
So I'm like
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Okay. Sorry about that. I forgot to assign everybody those things. Damn, that messes up the big reveal. All right. So Gangu's the first outside the door. And so you're like at the door edge, right? You're like right here.
Yep.
Upon exiting, you see, and they're a little bit hard to see. So these I put red circles on different creatures that are hard to see. So you see go ahead and mark like as far as you can see down this road here. And
I
then
just
need to give
zoomed
you
in, but I can see all the way over here.
over this way.
Like I can see all of this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you come out and down the street. This house is like on fire. The roof is on fire here. This house is on fire. The one farmer with the pitchfork that you talked to over here just yesterday is completely dead. And there's these two, what you know are kobolds, standing over top of them. And then, so you see these kobolds, and it immediately, like, clicks for you. Those noises you heard were kobolds running around in that cave. You had heard kobolds before. You've heard them coming around, like, at night before. Usually, like, nighttime's a dangerous place in Branicore, and you knew that. And you've heard these noises, but you'd never been, like, near a cave with them. And they were a little bit muffled and sounded kind of strange. So now it all clicks. These are what you heard in the cave. There's a third one here, and it is standing in front of Kankins, who is between him and his wife.
No.
Flying overhead, these things marked with this little black thing along with the red. These are winged kobolds, and you see that they have rocks, and not just any rocks. They're like embalmed with some like fire, and as it flies over, it drops another like flaming rock that starts another fire on this roof.
What a little bitch. You know?
And then, like one comes from this direction, and it drops it on this house. So that is the scene that you see immediately coming out. You see all this chaotic stuff's going on. Like there's a dead guy here. Kankins has a short sword out, and he's standing in front of this kobold who's like trying to like find a way in to like get him. These guys are just chilling over this dead body, and there's like flying kobolds ahead just going over top. And like people are screaming still, and stuff's going down. And it's just a chaotic mess.
Gotcha. Well, my first perception of the whole thing is like, just this is a terrible scene to see. You're kind of confused. There's a dead guy on the ground, a bunch of scary things you've never seen before. But my main focus is on Mr. and Mrs. Kankins.
Yes.
They're the only familiar thing I see around here, so I must protect it.
Okay.
But I get about here
Mm-hmm.
and turn around and call for backup
All right.
because I don't think I can handle it alone.
Scotty, you're probably behind him.
Yeah. I'm just gonna come out into just the middle of the street here and see the carnage.
All right. So everybody comes out, sees this. Gangu, sorry. They immediately take notice of you running, and like they were kind of like prodding and like picking around this dead body, and they kind of see your big hulking ass just like sprinting towards their one from behind. And right now they're not doing anything; they're just kind of chilling. And this guy, he does not like pay attention to you at all. He's still working his way around Mr. King.
So is this guy threatening Kankins?
Oh yeah,
with
he's
the
got like
spear?
a
Is he
spear,
getting very
and like
close?
like you can like think about it as like Kankins has got like his hand on his wife, like holding her back, and she's like terrified, and he's kind of like parrying like little jabs with the spear, trying to work his way around, getting like into Kankins.
Gotcha.
It's not like full force attack, but he's just kind of prodding him, trying to get in.
All right. Am I wide enough to arms out, kind of bear hug both of these guys and just run them into the wall and back them up from everybody?
This guy and this guy.
This guy and
Yep.
this guy. So
Yeah,
like
you could. Yeah,
like
you. Could,
run right here.
yeah. It'll be a strength check,
Okay.
and then and we'll just say normal strength check, but there's 2 that you'll have to beat.
As a bonus action before this, I'm going to rage. So
Okay. Yeah.
I get a little bit of fire. You know, I actually get lit up in flames this time, and
Okay.
I'm molten orange, and I'm on fire.
All right.
And so I use that and strength check.
Yep.
11.
Okay. So if I get back over here, this one, he like kind of ducks underneath your arm. But this one you fully like grab and are pinning against the wall. So you and him are like up against the wall
Oh,
right here.
not that one. That's the one. I was grabbing the one closest to the wall.
The 2.
That one's still on Kankins.
Oh yeah.
But I assume backup is behind me because I called
Yeah.
for it. So I'm just getting these 2 guys off.
Yeah. So he's you fully
Yeah,
pinned.
so I'm like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are pinned. This one has slipped, and now he's kind of like turned towards you though, because you just grabbed his friend. This one, like out of the corner of our eyes, sees what's going on, but he's still worried about the thing in front of him, which is Kankins and his wife.
Do we get to initiate combat like as we, or are we rolling?
Yeah. We'll say we'll go ahead and say.
I think
yeah, everybody
Ursha's
roll.
in now, right?
Yeah.
Ursha
Yeah.
would technically be in, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it's just natural order of
We'll
who's
say
out
yeah.
there.
Everybody's got like a free action to do something right now to kind of like get set up, because like you
Mhm.
guys just popped out and like they weren't aware that you guys were in that building.
Right.
So it's almost like a surprise round. So if you want to do an action or like go for an attack right now, you can.
Yeah, I'll just I'll try to just basically run. I'm sure this one that ducked him is still kind of like you know, like he just had a 5-foot wide metallic beast.
Yeah,
just
he's-
try to grapple him. So I'm
He's
sure
turned
he's
away.
Turned
Yeah.
away. Yeah, I'll just come up and try to just overhand with the warhammer.
Okay.
Is there
down on him.
advantage on like a attack from the back?
Yeah, he gets advantage.
Sweet.
Yeah, like I said, this is like a surprise round. for
And
you
then
guys.
I don't know how to
Nice.
make. I mean, I don't know how to make. I guess I need to just add a +1 warhammer into my inventory and then turn it off and on. I guess that'd be the easiest way to do it. But I'll just add +1 to these right now.
Okay.
Oh, one of those was a nat 20. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
You definitely hit. Go ahead and roll. Roll
Damn.
damage.
Oh my! It's already got the crit damage on there. That's crazy. The one-handed is the top one, correct? Everyone.
Yes.
D8.
15. Oh,
Okay.
and +1 for the +1 warhammer. That's 16.
Okay. So all and this
That would
all
double
happens
too.
like
Huh?
I think that would double 2, right? So,
That doesn't get doubled.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Just the dice roll
yeah.
gets doubled.
All right, so all this happens in a matter of like mere seconds, basically. Gangu pops out of the door. He looks down the road, sees his buddy Kankin's in trouble. He sprints at the nearest 2 that he sees, goes to grab one. One ducks and turns to face Gangu, but the other one he grabs, pins up against the wall. Saoirse comes out and immediately bonks this dude in the head and brains him. So you finish him off instantly. You totally brained this guy. He did not see it coming. This guy is still completely unaware, and it's like deafening loud. Like this is like a full on like kind of siege of this village. People are still screaming. People are dying. Kobolds are like clicking and clacking. They're loud communicating. Stuff's burning. It's all chaotic. So this one just gets brained. He's straight up dunzoed. So I'll go ahead and mark him as KIA here. Boom. Dead. And now this one's just still chilling here. And so I don't who would be next in this little
It'd be,
bout. So if
Um,
you want to go in.
But these
whatever you wanna
kobolds, like, talking to each other, I speak
yeah,
Draconic.
yeah,
Do
so
I
you can-
understand what they're saying?
Yeah, so you can understand what they're saying. There's a way to do like messages, right? In D&D Beyond, is there a way to do that?
I just do it through.
Just Discord. Okay. Yeah. Solgo.
We're gonna have to hear what these things sound like, though.
Yeah. So like basically, so it's like draconic, but kobolds are sort of like these like lesser lizard people. So they basically speak in these like little ticks and tacks. So they're like, like sound like that kind of.
Sound like they're fucking boxing.
Yeah, basically, they're the beatboxing kobolds, man. So you just you just kind of hear. I mean, this isn't really crucial information, so we'll just be meta right now, and then he can tell you what he hears. But basically, you just hear like screams from across the village, like kill them, get the villagers, like they'll pay for what they've done to our people, and like I got this one, and take them back with us, and like just they're just talking about killing right now and causing chaos. Basically, there's nothing like super specific going on. It's just a chaotic battle basically going on.
Any comments on our sick carnage so far?
On like what you guys have caused.
Yeah.
This guy is like winded. Like you smash him against the wall, he's winded. This guy got brained, and so the only one that's really like able to talk right now is this one. And he's just kind of like clicking, and he's like, "Let me in, you bitch! I just want to take you." He's just trying to get in there. That's what Ojutai here. Everybody else.
Yeah. So hearing them just wanting to kill all these innocent people, I'm just gonna run up right behind this one and yell out, "Kill the little shits!" And stab at him with my spear.
Are you saying that in Draconic, like to these guys?
No, I'm saying it in common to
Okay.
everybody.
Okay.
So yeah, the rest of the party.
And you get advantage on this deck because he is totally just like not paying attention to it at all.
I'll look over. I already did. It's brained.
13 and one hit. So does a 13 hit?
Yes, 13 hits. Yeah.
I'd do minimum damage. 3 damage on that one.
All right.
Then I'd use my bonus action on arm strike.
Okay.
Also advantage, I guess.
Yep.
15.
That hits.
Yeah.
All right. So.
And that's another 5 damage.
Yeah. So you come up and you stab this thing in the back, and it kind of lets out like a yelp, and then I just imagine you kind of like kobolds are kind of like small creatures. So I just imagine you like grab it while you have this thing spear in the back, and you just grab its neck and just kind of like twist and snap its neck, and it's dead.
Perfect.
It's straight up gonered.
Ojutai, yeah.
So now this
Ruthless.
kobold and this kobold are both dead. The only one that's left in this immediate vicinity right here is the one that's pinned up by Gengu. And so, Rango, it is your turn if you'd like to get involved.
All right, I'm gonna.
Okay. So yeah, you still have advantage. He's pinned down, so you'll still have advantage. He's not back turn, but
He hits.
yeah, 20 definitely hits.
Hope so.
8 damage.
Yeah, no shit.
8 damage. So yeah, Gengu like has pinned this thing, and it's starting to like try to break free, and it stretches out its neck to get out, and you like blast this thing, and like melts its head off, and it's like totally dead, and it's limp, and Gengu just kind of lets it fall to the ground. I'm guessing it falls limp, and he's just like whatever, dead thing.
Yeah, just throw the remains.
Yeah. So these immediate 3 that have come out are dead.
That's on efficiency.
I have sight on 2 more.
Yeah, so there's these 2 here, which are currently flying around. So this one, you see, takes note of everything, and it flies completely away. It's gone. But this one takes note, and it comes over here, and everybody roll initiative with this one here.
19.
11.
Freaking egg on my face.
Oh man.
That's a 1. I'm a little slow, dwarf boy tonight.
Rango got a 10.
11. Or I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. I read the wrong.
I had the 11.
Yeah. Saw the one at the
Sorcerer got
bottom, and I was like,
one.
that's mine.
11, and then what'd you get? Kangu?
19.
19. Alright. Cool. So, and everybody's got max health again, which is super rad.
Ooh,
Your
thanks,
temporary.
Drew.
point. I'm not the DM this time. I don't have to remember that shit.
Yeah, but you reminded me.
What is it? Dark One's Blessing? What does that do?
I killed.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah. So what is your temporary HP right now? So
5.
So you have 14 total. Okay. All right. So this kobold sees all this going down, and it goes first. So it sees Gangu first, kind of hanging up. At this point, fuck, I just blanked out for a second. Fucking, Gankins. Blanked out. Kankins. Kankins grabs his wife.
Plot twist. Gangu's related.
Yeah.
Cat?
He grabs his wife.
Dad?
He grabs his wife and kind of tucks him in behind here.
Papa, can you hear me?
This it's a winged kobold, flies over, and it's gonna try to drop a rock on Gangu.
How high up is it?
He's currently like 10 feet up, so like not that high, and he's basically just kind of spiking this rock down. But his aim sucks, and he totally whiffs and misses. So now, Gangu, it is your turn.
My turn?
Yes.
All right. Sorry, I missed what just happened. What is this guy doing right here?
He came up to you and tried to spike this rock down on you, and dent your big old head, but he missed.
Hell yeah. Of course he did. All right. Well, I'm just going to give him a swift hammer straight out into a circular motion and smack him.
Okay.
You
Flash
know,
water.
yeah, except like a
Nice.
reverse backhand. A
Okay.
backhand hammer shot.
I got you.
And this is also with incredible force.
Yeah.
Without having to be stated.
We're swinging for the fences here.
Oh yeah. Always.
You call a
And
shot
we're
like-
swinging with a 7.
A
Yeah.
7 to hit.
Strike one.
I'm
You whiff.
One.
Strike one.
I go right above him. I was miscalculated.
You're swinging for that high and outside, and it came in.
Yeah, it got caught on my holster a little bit on the way
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right.
All right, turn over.
That's your turn. Ojutai, it is you, sir.
As that one is kind of flying by, I'm gonna use a breath weapon on him.
All right.
Yes, I'm gonna blow a 15-foot cone of cold at him.
Does that
He has
affect
to make
anybody in
a,
the radius?
I'm gonna step up a little bit to where I'm trying not to hit Dengu, like go
Okay.
over top of his head,
Mhm.
so it doesn't hit him. But yeah, it's a 15-foot cone. Anyone inside of it makes a
Okay.
Constitution save.
Oh, all
You
right.
have to beat an 11.
He does not. So how much damage is it?
He takes full damage, which is 7.
7. So, and what kind of breath is this? Like, what is
Cold.
Cold. So, you see this thing, and it's flying, and it tries to spike this rock down at Gangu. He strikes back, strikes out, and then it looks at you, and you blow this big old cone of like frost, and your vision's kind of clouded by this frost. It's so intense, and then it goes away, and you see this kind of like cobalt start to freeze up, and then it just drops and smacks the ground, and it's unconscious, frozen. It's not fully dead yet, but it's unconscious. So you all are out of initiative at the moment. This one is gone.
Directed toward Kankins, I'm gonna tell him to get out of here. Go find safety or something.
Yeah, he immediately grabs, like he hears what you say. He grabs his wife, and they book it inside here, where you guys were.
All right, I go to the well and start gathering water.
Okay.
Start to throw on these flames here.
And so we'll say that like, I'm not gonna make you roll for it, but we'll say in like, yeah, you start trying to put this fire out. Down here, in this area, you still hear screams coming down from this area down this way. And there's still some people, stuff happening.
I'm gonna real quick just run over to this little sickle and kick it, make an unarmed strike to make sure it's dead.
Okay, yeah. We'll just say you hit it because it's unconscious and frozen and on the ground, and it's in 0 HP. So you just kill it. You basically just end it. You crack it and it shatters. The kobold is no more.
Yeah.
You push over the frozen statue and it breaks. Yeah, coming from this direction. And so you see dead body. There's 2 kobolds right here. They take notice of you and they're ready for a fight. And a third one, they start clicking and clacking. And then Ojutai hears like, "Hey Johnny, get over here." His name's not really Johnny, but for them it's Johnny. That's the humanoid version of it. Johnny, get over here.
Gotcha.
He runs out of this alleyway, and so now there's 3 kobolds eyeing you guys up, and they're looking for a fight. And they're gonna start. They're starting the initiative. They're initiating the fight. This is it. Game
Bloody
on.
give him one.
19 for initiative.
13.
Man, I'm straight 19s. That's crazy.
17.
These dice are hot.
All right. Let's see. Rango got a 20.
Ayo.
I got a 17. Jeez, everybody rolled good on this one.
Yeah, even when I get 13s, man, you know, it's just
It's just short.
back of the line.
You didn't roll bad, it's just everyone else rolled really stupid good.
True.
That's a good thing though. I think everybody's rolling. Hey, not to spoil anything, but the kobolds may have rolled better.
Ooh.
All right. At least one of them. One of them
You're
definitely
out
rolled
of
better.
7.
All right. So this one that pops out of the alleyway clocks his eye, and the first thing he sees, he charges right at Gengu, and he's coming at him with a dagger, and he's ready to take some more. He's you see in his eyes, he's definitely a killer. He's killed tonight.
Oh,
There's blood on his hands, and he's ready for some more.
I'm not
Damn.
afraid of this dagger. This thing's just gonna bounce right off of me. Bring it on, dude.
He strikes. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
he finds
He got my wires.
the rust spot.
He finds the weak spot, and he
Weak
deals
spot.
four damage into the weak spot there.
Oh, that's nothing.
Uh,
He's got another thing coming, dude. Okay, so has it been a minute since I initiated rage?
No, this has all happened like really quick. Like
Okay,
y'all had
so
your
I'm
little
still in
fight.
rage.
Yeah, and then everybody just kind of went down and.
Got it.
Who was it? Saoirse started putting out water, and then the streams happened, and he just kind of dropped it and ran with everybody else too. Everybody just kind of like, all right, it's time, game time.
The firefighting can wait.
Yeah. Not while there's threats around.
All right, question.
Yeah.
I don't think that rage is accounted for in the damage, like the extra +2 on top of the damage, because even if I trigger it, the dice roll doesn't change, or the modifier at the end doesn't. So should I just add 2 to whatever I roll if I
think
hit?
yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I'm not too well versed with D&D Beyond like mechanics, so.
Yeah, so it just doesn't look like it's accounting for it. So I'll just add
Yeah.
2 to whatever the damage is.
Yeah, you just let me know you're told.
And I have this for 1 minute, so just let me know whenever rage is up.
All right.
It says 10 turns as well.
Because
So
each
1
turn
minute or
is
10
6
turns.
or
Each
6
round
seconds.
is
Right,
6 seconds.
exactly.
Rango, you are up, sir.
Mr. Nat
This one
20.
is.
So
this
there's
one-
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to. I guess I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to cast Hex on this guy that is in front of Ingu.
All right, and so what is define hex for me? What I
It
need to do?
is so the guy is just gonna basically I'll get bonus damage if I damage him, and has disadvantage on that I choose. I'm gonna make it strength.
Okay.
And if the next target dies, then I can use a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hex him with my bonus action.
All right, go in for it.
And then I'll start a blast.
Flip your
18.
coin, man. Flip your coin.
18.
18. That hits for sure.
Tink.
Roll your damage.
11 plus a.
Oh, he did.
How
Real
hard do
damage.
you blast this man?
So for 11 damage.
How
so-
hard do you blast him?
So I'm gonna. So first,
Real.
I flip a coin in the air, and
Yeah.
like this fucking small beam just like shoots right to him, and that's the hex. And then following that, I pull out another coin, flip it up in the air, and then I put my hand out like this, and from the coin it disappears, and then the Eldritch Blast just beams down at him and blows him.
Yeah, so he's like disintegrated. Okay. So all
You
that's
also
left of
lose
this guy?
2 gold.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I'm curious, is this costing you gold every time you cast?
So we
He's got
It's a
spell
style.
curse.
That's
It's a style
expensive.
thing.
It's real expensive.
It's
a
all an
style thing.
illusion.
well
Wait, do
did
you
I
have
say
prestidigitation?
did I say gold?
Yes.
I didn't mean to
Or
say
a
gold.
A coin. Well, a
It-
coin, I guess.
Some coppers in the air.
Thematically, just imagine that the level of the spell is the value of the coin I'm using.
So you're
like,
flipping a penny right now.
I'd be using like bronze or copper on Eldritch Blast and Hex.
Some
So-
nickels thrown in there.
Yeah.
A peek behind the screen, I guess. If we decided to do the spell components, the money system was going to take over Cole's because he was wanting to do like a weird, like a thematic thing, anyways. But I decided against the spell components because I think that's kind of it sucks. Like I wish I
does.
could use this spell in this fight, but we passed up the Rose Garden 6 doors down, so I can't cast the spell. So yeah,
It's always
we-
a mega
it's-
bummer.
it's a style thing for him. Unless we can take a vote, it can cost him
Hey,
everything.
Now, part of the idea is that I'm part of the Golden Circle, so it, like, I imagine that I would
It should
have the money to do this anyways.
It
but-
should at least be copper. At least be copper every time.
We'll say like
Every spell slot up is like 10 more copper.
Fuck
How
you,
much-
dude.
That
is
that
copper
really
like
sucks
pennies
for
to
him,
gold.
'cause he's a warlock, so everything's the top spell.
Yeah.
No matter how much he wants it to be, everything.
Everything is Eldritch Blast.
Listen, I'm part of the Golden Circle. I'm rich, but we don't want to make me rich because that would have mechanical implications that are unhealthy for the players.
The boss
All right.
battle legit like it just like kills the golden circle, bankrupts him.
Yeah, exactly.
You lose your powers.
Listen,
Reserve
I just
parties
red
go
misted
dry.
that guy. Who's next in initiative?
Yeah, he's fully like beyond misted, gone.
Is that the guy that's on me?
Yes.
Yeah. So all
Okay.
that's left is like he stabs you like in this weak spot and gets it in between your armor, and all that's left is the daggers just hanging out of you now. It's like the hilt is sticking out.
Couple fingers.
Yeah, yeah. And like raptor, it's his head, gold dead hand, just around this dagger sticking out of you, like
Hell
underneath
yeah.
like the armpit here. All right.
Wait, did you kill him?
Yeah, he got blasted into. Like,
And you already used your bonus action, so you can't move hex. Right.
Yeah, I'll just do it at the beginning of my next.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it had to be the turn of or not. Okay.
All right, Gangu, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm just analyzing the situation. I
Yeah.
realized there's an immediate threat. A dude just tried to stab me. He just got blasted. So I'm charging at this guy with my warhammer, and I'm doing a downward smackaroo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A good old downward
Downward
smack.
smack.
One of them down.
Yeah, it's
him
a
up.
6. It's a 6. This warhammer's a little heavy today.
Yeah.
A little rusty.
You like, he's so small and like you just don't have the depth perception, so you like swing like past him, and he's so short that like it smacks the ground and like the pole is like above his head. And he's just kind of underneath. He's kind of dips underneath of it. So
Sheesh.
he's big chilling at the moment, but it's his turn now. He just whiffed real hard, and he's ready to return fire. So he's gonna roll to hit with his dagger. There's a 19 hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm gonna die.
Nah.
Another 4 damage. He goes for a
Okay.
little gem.
Well, is that 2 max hits with daggers?
Yeah. So the other one's sticking out of like this arm underneath, and now there's like one stuck in the other arm.
I got identical dagger armpits.
Yeah. So 4
Okay.
damage.
Maybe that's why my swing was off.
Ojutai, you're up, sir.
Gonna come forward and see this guy right here in front.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swing at him.
All right. Let's
Spear.
do it.
That's a nat 1.
Ah,
I use my unarmed strike for the bonus action. That's a 8.
All right. So you go in with the spear, and this will be like the warning to both benches right now. I do like to meme around with once. I'm not
All right.
opposed to it, but right now it's not really going to affect anything. But just a heads up. Further ones in combat, wacky shit's gonna go down. And then an 8 on the
On the punch, yeah.
yeah. So you whiff both. You go
I figured.
your spear, like you just like it's like bends as you go to like stab, and it goes the other way, and then you just miss with your punch. But he's gonna return on you now.
Nice one.
You go in on him. And
yeah. Just imagine him like running up.
yeah. This is a common theme today. Like, if you whiff, you get hit. That's just how it is. All right, he's gonna roll to hit. Does the 10 hit you? Does that beat your armor
Nope.
class? All right. So he goes in with the dagger, and it just kind of chinks off your scales and goes to the side, but it doesn't do any damage.
No.
Saoirse, you are up.
I am up. Okay. See, our boys got the melee pretty much handled, so I'm gonna kind of just walk up here, and they both missed, right? Okay. So I'll focus on the one that Ojutai's on,
Okay.
and I'll cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
It's a Wisdom DC 13 save.
All right.
I just have to see the creature, and I just again take take my hand over my amulet, and this time as my warhammer comes down and hits kind of this like invisible surface or whatever, it makes this loud like dong, like this resonating sort of like bell sound, and right in the direction of the
All right.
fucker's ears.
And what was the throw that he had to beat? A 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't save. He's messed up by
Nice.
whatever this is. So
Alright,
what's
It
what
is
happens?
it's a 1d8 necrotic, and he's not missing any hit points, correct?
No, he is full health.
All right,
Yes.
so yeah, just 1d8. All right, I'll roll.
Who was this on?
the
Which-
one that
The one Ojutai. The one in front of
Ojutai.
Ojutai. So right here, Cole. Yeah.
Does
the ping.
I only hit him for 2.
All right.
Sad.
So he takes necrotic damage. On his right foot, all his toes fall off. He's
Nice.
gangrene, just fall straight off. Dead.
You take that, you little dragon.
And it's just kind of like it screams. All right, Rango, you're up, sir. Because the first Kobold died.
okay. Sorry, is this guy dead? I was changing.
No, he's hurt. His toes fell off, but he's still there. Well, on one foot.
And this guy's full health. Hasn't
Yeah.
been touched.
No, he's hurt Gengu, but
Okay. So better angle on this guy. Going to flip a coin, and the hex is going to beam down on that guy. So he's got disadvantage on strength. And so he's got disadvantage. Let's see.
blast away.
Okay, well it's a nat 1.
Oh, fun. Do it.
It's the
So-
second one. You've got to do it now.
Yeah.
He's gonna end up he's gonna hit Gengu in the back.
Please
So you
no.
go to Eldritch Blast, and when you flip the coin, think about like the 300 speech, like how he's off balance by his shield or whatever. You flip this coin, and your purse from all these coin flips lately is just a little bit off balance. So you flip it, and when you cast it, it's facing you. So you blast yourself, but just roll your damage and then take like 1/4 of that. So if it's 1 point of damage, then just take 1 point.
Well, it was 7. So
we'll say
2 or 3.
We'll say 2. You take 2 points of damage.
Okay. It's off my temp HP. I got 3 HP.
Yeah. All right. Gangu, you're up.
I'm up. All right, I had to
Yeah,
restart
yeah.
roll 20. It kind of crashed on me.
Rip.
Okay, so I'm right here. I'm still on this dude. I whiffed
Yeah.
with my first shot, downward shot. It's in the ground, right?
He's
I'm
trying
gonna
to whip
go
his
for
dagger out.
right. I'm gonna go for a good old, just pull out of the ground and backhand him with it.
All right.
Waste
Go
no
for it.
time.
Yeah,
Fastest way from point A to point B is a straight line, so
that's correct.
we're gonna swing. Oh god, this is crashing too. Hold on. All right, 16 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and I'm still in rage, so damage is 8. Wait, damage is
He's dead. He's
10,
dead.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's dead. You can describe how you finish this man off that stabbed you, or this kobold.
Yeah. So I just kind of pick up my hammer and smack him, but it lifts him slightly off the ground. I'd say about 2 feet, and then
Yeah.
it just falls lifelessly. That's it. Nothing
Yeah.
snazzy. Just knocked him clean cold out.
Yeah, and he falls over here, limp, dead.
Oh yeah.
This one,
You know,
his toes.
we'll throw him in the fire just for shits and gigs.
Okay, yeah. So you you smack him up onto the roof,
Yeah.
burning, torched.
That's what he
fully
deserved.
engulfed in flames. This is now the last kobold here, and he is like fucking freaked out. His buddy just got like blasted into like nothingness by Eldritch Blast. The other one's burning. He doesn't know that all of his other friends are dead at the moment. And it's Ojutai's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab at him with my spear.
Okay.
Does a 9 hit?
Does a 9? That does not hit. I apologize.
And gonna use the bonus for the unarmed strike. Man, 8 to hit.
8 does not hit either. I apologize.
Sit still, you shit!
So you miss, but kobolds are not notoriously very brave creatures. So he's going to try to run away, which gets an opportunity attack from you, Ojutai. You have one more chance to finish this, but he is going for a disengage after this. But you do have an opportunity attack here.
Come with two-handed spear then. 10.
That does not hit.
Damn it!
He whiffs one more time, and this kobold flees, and he is here at this point. He's done a full action, just sprint away. And
Are
he's making
each of these 5 feet?
Yeah. So he's run, and he has a total. Yeah, he has a speed of 30, but we'll say because his foot's all messed up that he's not as fast with like half it, so he gets kind of far away.
Hey, that's the toll. That's the toll of the bell that he had to pay right there.
Yeah.
Damn straight. Give me those toes, boy.
Give me them toes.
So he is limping / like running away.
I can't. Oh well, never mind. Keep going.
And then
Yeah, are we still in
Up
initiative?
next. Yeah, so Rango, you're up, dude.
Oh,
You're in.
um,
Yeah. If you
Wait,
want,
wait.
he's still.
No, it'd be me, right?
yeah.
Did I skip somebody?
Yeah, it's you, sir.
Oh, Saoirse. Yeah, I skipped you. I apologize.
Okay. No, you're good.
Yeah.
So he ran around, like this way, right? Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
What's running. Okay.
Yeah, he's running past this tree. He's
Um,
like underneath of it.
I would like to. What do we got? 1, 2. I only have 25 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll like kind of get here, I guess.
Yep.
And I'll kind of use a bonus action to put my warhammer away and pull a crossbow out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll shoot the crossbow at him, but I'm aiming for like a leg, or I'm like
You're trying to like wound him?
I'm aiming to
Kill, obviously.
incapacitate him.
Yes. All right. Go for it. Go for
Okay.
it. Go for it. Go for it.
Oh no! Oh gosh, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Ah, lovely. All right.
Yeah.
I got a 4. I
This,
sold a 22, man. The 20 came up and then it just dashed over to 2. What a little bitch of a dice.
So, as long as you guys are still wanting to try to kill him, we'll still stay in initiative. But if you guys are just down with letting him run,
Stay in
then we-
initiative.
okay.
Yeah,
so
we're hunting this dude down.
Gangu, you're up.
I want to know
Yeah,
why the hell
so-
they're here.
So he went behind this tree, like over here?
Yeah. He's like on the other side. He kind of ran like underneath of it.
And get to like right here. I can't see him. If
He's
he is
here.
back there.
Oh yeah, I
He's there.
forgot to give you. No, Siri, stop. I forgot to give you night vision. Let me do this. I know there's not Siri.
Okay, so I can get here and he's here.
Yeah, did that night vision work? Did I give it to you?
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I can't reach him with anything.
You were like
useful.
here. I think you could reach him from where you were, right?
I
I'm
was
pretty sure that-
I was right here.
Yeah.
5,
here.
10,
5, 10,
15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're going right here.
So, Saoirse comes up with the crossbow, tries to hit him, and then out from behind Saoirse, this thing is like full sprint, like coming in hard.
I yell out,
Hell yeah.
"Get him, Tin Man! Get him!"
And you know what it is. I'm going with the downward smackaroo.
Yeah, smack him up. Smack him
Does a
up.
23 hit?
Oh Lord.
It's close, but yeah, it's very close to double his armor class. So yeah,
And it's 11 for damage.
yeah.
Holy!
So is this like a railroad spike into the ground? Is this what you're?
This is just like, imagine like Looney Tunes, how things get flattened
Yeah,
when they get smashed like that.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
Wile E. Coyote shit right here.
Exactly.
You're
By the
going for
anvil.
full lethal here, right? You're not trying to wound a question.
Yeah, I'm going for full lethal. These
Okay,
these
yeah,
dudes
he's
ain't
dead.
got nothing to say. Yeah.
He smashed up, dead.
They ain't got nothing to say.
Nothing I
Alright.
can understand.
Yeah.
I'm out.
This is some
So
good.
he's dead.
This is some
They've
good
said
art.
everything they need to say with what they've done. The bastards.
So, full on, all of them dead. Now the town's just kind of parts are burning.
All right, now I'm
Um,
going back to the well.
There's dead bodies. And we're out of
I'm
initiative.
following you up here just
Yeah,
to
I'll
be
go
safe.
to the well. Are there any buckets at the well?
Yeah. There's some buckets and pills and things.
I
like
take
that.
some water with my cloth and start washing off the blood. Gotta stay clean.
People.
Like, no,
people
no.
Are like
Gangu. There's fire here. It's dangerous. We've got to put it out. Thank you yourself. After. Come on.
I'm gonna mage hand a bucket of water and start sending it up above the building.
Yeah, people are like coming outside their homes right now. Like they kind of watch out the windows and it's over. And so everybody's kind of starting to grab water and help and put out these fires.
When I get close to the well, the water starts evaporating because I'm still kind of hot from my rage. so I back away a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just stand next to this tree, completely useless for this situation.
Yeah.
And I'll be right back.
All right. And so we'll update Gangu when he gets back, but we'll say that we are now back. Like you basically spent all night fighting these fires. So let me grab some village people who get killed that are dead on the ground. Some kobolds that are dead.
Kill of you.
A couple. We need some dead bodies out here, man. For the immersion. Yeah. And we'll say, just kind of log in here. I'll move you guys in a second. I'm still setting stuff up, making stuff. Nice and pretty. We are getting
Came back to
also.
Cole's forehead.
I'll go back.
Red, bruh.
Love it, dude. What did I miss?
We spent the night putting out fires, and I'm guessing you spent the night fucking standing
Analyzing.
there.
Sizzling.
Analyzing.
Just kinda
It's
looking
not
around.
standing there. It's not useless. It's productive, you know?
Your
It's just
head's
not,
just on a swivel.
Yeah.
it's not, yeah, it's not visually productive for anyone, but for me it is. Promise.
You joke right now.
Oh my god. Oh god, I'm good.
So good you can't even speak English anymore.
All right. So it's morning now. We're back to morning. Everybody has been up this like basically like dawn till now, like putting out these fires. And now everything's settled. The ashes are settled. There's permanent damage to some of the buildings, but you know it can get repaired. And family members start going over to the loved ones that have been killed. You see this woman like is kind of crying out like, where's my Michael? I can't find him. He's gone. And a couple others have said that like their people are missing. Obviously, thanks to your all's heroics, the Kankans are just fine and dandy, although extremely shooken up, and they're kind of sitting outside the hut that you all spent the night at right now.
Can I pile all of the kobold bodies in the middle here?
Yeah, start doing that. We'll start moving them.
Yeah, so when everyone else is doing their thing, I'm picking up all the bodies and moving them over.
If I don't have any, this be an opportunity.
Yeah. We're like, you're just big. You're just kind of chilling. Everybody's chilling at the moment.
Rest
So
is
now we have a
fine.
kobold bonfire.
I'm gonna go up to the woman. Oh, is it this woman?
The
was
one
like-
that missing people.
Yeah.
It was this woman right here.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of come up and try to console.
Yeah, and so she's like, he went out there to defend us. He's not here. I don't know where he went.
No, I understand. I understand. Can you look around? Can you spot him? Unfortunately, we lost people last night. It was a complete ambush.
And she kind of goes down the road and looks through the pile of cobalt bodies, seeing if there's a person hidden under there. And Gangu like slaps another one down at her feet and like turns around and goes back for more. And then she just kind of like keeps going. She's on a mission to find her hubby, and she's like, I don't see him anywhere. He's gone. I don't know where he could be. And a couple others are like, this guy's like, my wife's gone. I don't know.
Okay.
There's a couple other missing.
Ma'am, obviously these were kobolds that attacked us. Have they been giving you all problems before?
I mean, it's Branicore. The kobolds are always up to things, but I've never seen an attack like this. It was coordinated. It was. I can't. I just need to find my Michael, and she breaks down.
All right, we'll do our best. I believe him to be taken by the kobolds that attacked us. Now I do remember that one flew away. We'll track them. We'll track them. We'll do our best.
So at this point, Kankin's
Kind of leave her.
Kankin's wife, Mrs. Kankins, kind of hangs back a little bit and is very like obviously super shaken up at the moment. Phil walks up to you guys, and he's like, "Well, looks like I picked the best cabbage security boys in the land, huh? Good thing I found you all." And he kind of tries to make a joke, and you can tell he's trying to be lighthearted about everything. Sadly, Mr. Kinkin's mule also did not survive the night.
Oh,
Instead.
come
Oh
on.
man,
And
You didn't
All
have to
right,
throw that in.
I'm
You're
out of
right
here.
there.
I'm out of here. You know?
it's dead, and he catches glimpses of that. Oh, he lost him. It's game over. But he catches a glimpse, and he's like, "Oh, well, He was a good mule. He was good. And then he kind of looks around and he looks at the kobolds. And you can see kind of a mixture of rage and sorrow, just kind of looking at the kobolds, and he just kind of turns away, and he's like, I don't know if I could never repay what you guys have done for me today, in my village, and I mean you saved me and my wife and the ones that are still with us is because of you, and the fact that our houses didn't burn down is also, I mean, a testament to you all. If I had all the money in the world, it wouldn't be enough.
Appreciate that, Phil.
That resonates with me.
Yeah.
We're just.
I'm kind of bitter, standing back.
And so he's just kind of like he thinks he ponders for a second. And he's like, so that cave back away. So the kobolds they have tunnel systems throughout, and we didn't know that for the longest time. But they make their way beyond the wall and Cursewood and the rook that guards us, and they use these tunnel systems everywhere. I had to get away from that one because my two sons were out playing in the woods one day, and one of them he never came back home. And my other boy, he told me everything, but we still don't know exactly what happened to him because they just took him. But only one can assume that he's gone. And he starts to tear up a little bit and well up. But that was many years ago. But I know there's missing people, and that's got to be where they're at. Is in that cavern.
Okay. I'll kind of go up to him, his side, and I still don't know Phil very well, but I'll just kind of give him a hand on his back.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's tough, man.
I come over and give everyone a group hug.
Oh,
This is happening.
big 10-man hug.
Yeah.
Nice.
Enough to get everybody
Exactly.
in one hug.
Yeah.
Exactly what we needed.
Ultra wide.
I'm very sorry to hear about your son, Phil.
It's yeah. It's I don't like to think about it, to be honest. Tried to.
Well,
as sad as it is to move on, but it's hard.
I talked with one of your fellow villagers, and she says her husband's missing. I think we may venture to the cave, and if there's anything that we can find or bring back to you that could give you some solace, we will.
Just take care and pace them hard. Don't let up. They're animals. They're beasts. They let none live. There's no place on this planet for things of that
While
cruel.
while they're having that conversation, I try to Ojutai to the side.
Yeah, go for it.
Are you willing to come over to the side away from that conversation?
Yeah, I'll come.
Alright, so I want to pull you to the side, and then, buddy, I know that you stood with saying. Speak them. What are they on about? Is there any vital information that's scouted?
All they were saying was kill and murder. They had no purpose. It was just chaos and death. Nothing that I heard.
And then Kankins kind of breaks away from the conversation, and he goes in his home, and he comes back out with a small coin purse, and he goes straight to Rango, basically. He's like, "Oh, listen, I know a mercenary when I see one. I know a man that likes this coin. I'm not an idiot. I've been on this planet for a long time. I've been around. listen, it's not much, but genuinely, this is it. This is all I've got. And he hands you a coin purse, and it's got 15 gold in it, and that's it.
So I'm gonna take the purse.
Yeah.
You
gonna take-
asshole.
I'm gonna take the purse. I'll unstring the top of it, and I'm gonna peek inside.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pause for a moment, and I'll strap it back up and hand it back to him.
There you go.
It's a listen, Taken. This is all you've got. You very much need it more.
At least
And-
take 5. At least take 5 of the pieces.
Mr.
Let
Cakins,
me pay.
listen. I'll go to the cave with these fellas, because they've been a great help. They earn coin already. Past that, we'll go to the cave, be back to you to report, find if anything worthwhile to you. And I'm here with the Golden Circle, Branicore. Once I get up to Rivermarsh, got a hand that should have already set up HQ there. I'll talk to him and see if there's anything that the Golden Circle could do to help out your town after the tragedy.
And you see, like, you say this, and a little tiny grin. He's like, huh, maybe you can help me sell my cabbages. Finally.
If there's a
And
market
then-
for the cabbages, help you with that too.
And he has like a little smirk and a tiny little laugh, and he just kind of pats you on the shoulder, and he's like, "You're all right, Rango." He's like, "Good luck, lads. Take care and kill all the beasts for me." And then he goes back to Mrs. Kankins, and he just kind of wraps her up in his arms, and they go back inside of the hut. They don't even go to their home. They're just kind of hanging out in there for a little bit.
As he like turned around, I'm just like patting Rango on the back, like, "No, that was hard for you."
It was a great step in your moral development.
Are you saying that in character or out of character?
Oh,
But
I'm just bitter about it. I'm just
Yeah,
fucking-
I see what happens, and you know, I come up to Rango and I said, I believe that was the right thing to do, Rango, and I got out of line the other night. Shouldn't have called you a cunt. Sorry.
man, you know, I'm sitting here debating it, but I'm gonna pull the trigger. Rango, give yourself an inspiration point, man. Beautiful moment. Beautiful moment.
character
Take-
development.
Take some inspiration for that. All right. How much longer does everybody have? Like, where are we at time wise? Is everybody
I think-
looking okay?
I think that's probably a good place to
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
off.
I was about to say because I have more built up, but this would be a perfect if we don't have
Yeah.
another hour at least. And this is
Yeah, I'd like to not rush the dungeon.
Cool.
Go
Alright.
through with detail and whatnot. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I'm good with that.
Well, that was episode 1 of this, the 4 into Branicore, man.
Nice.
Hell
All right,
Cool.
That was a good session
Hyped.
for sure.
that was fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Actually, where I almost died.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if I've ever been a part of like more bad rolls on attacks, man. And then like
Oh my gosh.
I don't think anybody like there was maybe like 2 misses from like the 8 different things to try to kill you the whole time.
Real
That
quick,
was
fellas.
ridiculous.
I'm gonna close the stream, so say goodbye. Goodbye.
Good
Oh,
night,
shit.
everybody.
All 0
Yeah.
viewers, I think.
Bye.
I have it up.
All non-player
see you,
viewers.
Scotty.